Welcome to the CWI Women's Under-19 T20 Championships here at the Lara Cricket Academy. It is Trinidad and Tobago versus the USA in the final match of the competition. This is match 21. It's a round-robin tournament, 7 teams involved. Well, the other 5 teams have finished their games. This is the last game for both of these teams. And it's turned out that these are the top 2 teams. The winner will take the title. And it's going to be an exciting one indeed. I'm Vidya Rampal alongside Visham Lalman. USA have won the toss and they have decided to field first. And Visham, this is going to be a really good encounter.
Yeah, good afternoon, Vidya. Good afternoon to all of you. Certainly it's going to be a cracker here at the Lara Cricket Academy. Both teams on 18 points. Looking to finish atop and finish victors in this Cricket West Indies Rising Stars Under-19 Women's T20 Championship. Well, we can't wait for this match to get underway.
It certainly is. Well, Trinidad and Tobago coming in unbeaten in this game, winning 4 and 1 abandoned. Same record for the USA. But the USA have been very impressive. 7-wicket win over Jamaica, 8-wicket win over the Windward Islands. The game against Barbados washed out. They defeated the Leewards by 47 runs and then got over Guyana by 10 wickets yesterday. They are in great form. TNT starting off with the biggest win of the tournament, 137, 3-wicket win over Barbados, an abandoned match against Jamaica, 40-run win over Guyana, which was an excellent win. I'm sure you'll tell us more about that later on. They beat the Windward Islands by 20 runs, and now they face Snigdha Paul, one of the outstanding players in the tournament. She and the USA team will be formidable opponents.
Yeah, certainly Snigdha Paul going to start things off for the USA. And well, they're going with the same opening pair from yesterday, Chanel Sao and Samara Ramnath for Trinidad and Tobago.
Here's Paul. On the money to start off here. She's done throughout the tournament. She, in addition to being a really fine medium pacer up top for the USA, she's also had a really good time with the bat. 82 not out, the highest score of the tournament. Yeah,
against the Leeward Islands right here at the Lara Cricket Academy in a rain-affected game. She had a swashbuckling 82 not out. Snigdha Paul, good all-rounder for the United States.
Straight to the fielder, easily taken there by Gonzalez, Tia Gonzalez, and that is no run. But this is a situation where you have the 2 teams unbeaten in the competition. So many times in round-robin competitions, they just peter out. This one has ended out with the last match being a virtual final.
It is set up perfectly here for these 2 teams, USA and Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago are the defending champions, won the title back in 2019, 2-year break because of COVID-19. The USA, they have come to the Caribbean, first time invited to play in this tournament, and they have the opportunity to make a massive statement here because the USA have been dominant in women's sport in so many other different sports. They could be a sleeping giant in cricket. This could be the rise, the start of the rise. Sao is out there for Trinidad and Tobago. That is Chanel Sao, also Samara Ramnath out there. The Trinidad and Tobago initially had started in this tournament with the opening partnership of Sao and Shalini Samaru, but she has decided opted to go down the order in the last couple of games.
Yeah, they didn't have a good time yesterday, both Sao and Ramnath. I think in the second over, Ramnath was run out without scoring.
Without facing a ball.
Yeah.
And as for Sao, she carried on. She got the top score for Trinidad and Tobago, anchored the chase. But you feel that a total in the region of 120, so that should be one that could challenge the USA. Yeah, square, no run again. That will end off the first over here. Jacqueline Williams, the presiding umpire. Candice Laborde at square leg. She'll become the presiding umpire now. And the first over is a maiden from Paul, 0 without loss.
Yeah, and you're speaking about the USA Under-19 team coming into this tournament. Just to speak about their relationship with the West Indies Cricket Board. You know, I was speaking to Dr. Kishore Sharlo earlier, before the start of this tournament, just on about, you know, how pivotal of a move that he thinks it is, to have the USA coming in to participate in this tournament. He said that the USA under-19 team toured St. Vincent and the Grenadines earlier this year, where they played a series against the Windward Islands under-19, which was rewarding for both teams. He said also, as we would know, that the male teams would have participated in the West Indies tournaments as well. So he said this is a proven partnership, and the development pathway that the cricket in the region here in the West Indies, particularly by the CWI, are delighted to facilitate.
Yeah, that's good news to hear, and it's a growing partnership between the USA Cricket and Cricket West Indies. Giovanna Paul, Aras will continue. Hit straight to the fielder. Oh, it's dropped! That should have been caught. The USA muffing the chance early here, and Prasad should have taken that.
Yeah, certainly. In a big game, virtual final, you don't want to make that drop. And giving away one early here, the USA. Not something you'd see normally from this team.
She got everything behind that, and you'd have expected for all money she was going to snaffle that catch. It was dropped, it fell to the ground. Cut away, just wide of the fielder, adding insult to injury. This one's going to get close to the boundary. And it's pulled back. That's good fielding there by Prasad. She does well. They go looking for another run, and they get two. So two good-looking runs there from Ramnath, who almost suffered the indignity of having two ducks without just facing one ball. Run out without facing a ball in the last match, and now being dropped first ball here. And luckily for her, getting off the mark with a double. Ramnath will face up once again. Played out towards extra cover once again. Yeah, just a correction there on the bowler. It was suggested that it was Aras. It is Suhani Tadani, and she is in for this game. Another one of the 7 USA players who have played international cricket already, women's T20 internationals. Cut away by Sao. That's going to be 1. Fielder out there is going to pick that up. That's Paul, the opening bowler. Just 1 to the total. The USA have been granted full membership in terms of the T20s, so their T20 matches are full internationals. So a lot of these players in the team have had experience, including Prasad, who dropped the catch there, Nika Kolan, the other, Sohani Tandani, Lisa Ramjit, Getika Kodali, and Shani Vagila. All of them have had experience. Looking on drive will not beat the field. You can see already the USA have done their homework on Trinidad and Tobago. They've seen all the scoring areas that the likes of Sao and Ramnath like to get the ball into, and they've plugged those gaps.
Yeah, Sao likes to go through the offside, and they have protection for Tadani here early on. She's looking to settle into a nice tight line and length here.
Oh, that's cut away. Should be 1 here at least. And this match has started, and what an atmosphere we have here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. The crowd cheering for every run for Trinidad and Tobago. They might be partisan, I think, but that remains to be seen. TNT forward out loss after 2.
Yeah, certainly the crowd building up nicely, and to add to that as well, there's some of the members of the crowd. Red, white and black, Vidya.
And the demographic is interesting. You have the moms, you have the sisters, the young brothers. They're all here to watch the game. That's great to see, and you tend to see this a lot with women's cricket. It's more of a family atmosphere.
Yeah, certainly. A number of the families coming out to support their kids here. And yeah, to add to it, I was saying, the Guyana team as well and the Windward Islands team, both teams staying back to look on at this game.
On drive, uppishly to the right of the fielder, who does well to get a hand onto it. Mulapudi, they go for 2, and they get there easily. She did well to get the right hand to it. That one was traveling, Visham Lalman.
Yeah, it was, and stopped what looked to be a certain boundary there, Mulapudi, and in the end, Sao spotting the opportunity to get a second run and seizing it.
USA coached, of course, by Shivnarayan Chanapal, the outstanding West Indies player. Nice looking on drive again, but no run this time. And Chanders has the opportunity to start his coaching career with USA Cricket with a title.
Yeah, well, definitely he is on a high, no doubt about that, because 100% win record thus far in this tournament. There's one match abandoned for the US team.
Well, that's deflected away. That should run away for a boundary here. Badly directed from Paul, and Sao was equal to the task. Just a nice deflection away for 4.
Yeah, and much to the delight of the crowd here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy on the northwestern side of the ground. That boundary bringing an uproar there from the crowd. Yeah, certainly not looking to overhit the ball there, Chanel Sao. Tickling it fine down to fine leg. Short fine leg was inside the circle there, and of course she spotted that. So not looking to overhit the ball, picking up another boundary.
Yeah, that's how she did it. Slip in place in Patwardhan. She's to the fielder again. The USA have opted to play Patwardhan along with Kolan. Both of those are wicket keepers, Patwardhan at first slip. And Kolan really has shown as one of the better wicket keepers in the tournament. Patwardhan is 12th, yes, sorry, just correction there.
Yeah, a rare wide delivery there, rare extra from the United States. These two teams here participating in this virtual final. Of course, they're the two teams with the least amount of extras to their bowling efforts in this tournament.
Again down the leg side, another wide signaled by Jacqueline Williams, and that was an easy decision. And Paul here just losing control for once here. The breeze has started to kick up. That could be one of the reasons why it's just going down leg side for her.
Yeah, she's getting the ball to move significantly into the right-handed Chanel Sao, which is good, but she needs to tighten up that line. Bowling a good length, but the line is a concern for Snigdha Paul.
Slightly slower delivery, but same result. A nice defensive shot. USA leaving out. Side Tanmay Uni. They've also left out Mitali Patwardhan and Jivana Aras are out of the team. As for Trinidad and Tobago, Katrina Rubin, Ariane Neves and Zakia Harilal have been left out. And that's been consistent all the way through the tournament. TNT have not made too many changes for this one. Cut away. A lot of protection there. Oh, it's beaten the field, and now they get 1. And in spite of that, TNT get through comfortably for 1. And Sao, Ramnath was almost upon her there for a moment.
Well, early on in the piece here, USA team not looking the best of teams in the field at the moment. Something we have not seen from them in this tournament. They've been on the A game throughout this entire tournament thus far. Maybe the nerves getting to them here, Vidya.
Yeah, it certainly is a case of that. The great boxer Mike Tyson says that everyone has a plan until you get hit in the mouth. Well, no punches have been landed yet. That's why these some of the parents and the watchers here been a bit quiet at the start of this one. But no one has drawn first blood. USA had the opportunity. Ramnath dropped in the last over here. And that was from Chandani. But Sao, no timing in the shot. She's not getting those cut shots off. She's very, very good. Just cutting it into the ground. And all building on the frustration for her here.
Yeah, that's an area there you don't want to bowl to Chanel Sao. She can easily put her way through the offside, but as I mentioned earlier, they have that sweeper on the boundary out there for that shot.
Shouldn't play at that one. First slip in play. She's very wary of the presence of Disha Dhingra in that first slip position. So a quiet start here for Trinidad and Tobago. Just going along at slightly about 4 runs and over, just under 4 runs and over, 3.9. And those are the types of situations where you can pick up the single and put the pressure on the USA team. TNT not doing that. They can't fall in the trap as we saw with Guyana in the last game, where they gave up a lot of singles like that and didn't score any of those.
But I think they're just being a bit conservative here, knowing that they had a number of runouts in their last couple of games with you. So they're being a bit wary of that. But at the same time, you want to take the quick singles.
Straight to the fielder again. The USA have positioned their fielders very well. And Sao unable to get that away. 8 of 18 deliveries. She's starting to fall behind. And the crowd are starting to get a little bit restless here in the fourth over. Already the instructions have started to come. Cut away. Again straight to the fielder. And still no run for Sao. And Tandani doing her job here for the USA.
Yeah, they've packed that offside field there in the USA, and they know that Sao is not strong on the onside. They're asking her to go through that onside if she can. And they're bowling a nice tight line and link. I applaud this mode of attack from the US of A.
Catching with what seems to be a middle and leg here. Sao. Oh, she spooned that in the air. Not going to carry. They go for the single. She gets there. And that's what the pressure has brought. She's trying to work it through the onside and almost perishes. After 4 overs, TNT are 14 without loss.
Yeah, heart would have been in a mouth there for a while there as that one went into the air. Luckily dropping short. Skipper of the Trinidad and Tobago team, Shalini Samaru. She'll be getting into the action soon. Well, if she has the opportunity to.
Several members of the team there. And looking on. Yeah, I think she's explaining a point there. Yeah, that's how you have to hit it. Just over there in that direction.
Yeah, for sure. The captain would want to make her presence felt today as she did throughout the entire tournament.
Yeah, she's had some good performances. The best, of course, for her was against the Leeward Islands, 63 and taking 4 wickets without conceding a run. She also had 3 for 7 against Guyana and 36 against the Windward Islands yesterday.
Yeah, so the leading wicket taker, 9 wickets, and well, she's in contention for the leading run scorer award as well.
That's a correction. Sao had 36 against the USA yesterday. She is now facing up to Vagila, Shani Vagila from California, one of a group of players from California, another wide.
Yeah, there's just that short backward square leg fielder there. And if Sao swung at that and can get it past that fielder, it would certainly run away.
Runs here. This is going wide off the mid-on fielder, who does well to make the stop. Another good stop here from Mula Pudi. So just one more to the total. Just 1 run in the last over. The USA putting in a fine performance here in the power play.
Yeah, it's a slow start for Trinidad and Tobago, but just looking to set the platform for maybe an onslaught from Janaba Joseph and Shalini Samaru later on. 2 of the attacking players on this lineup for Trinidad and Tobago. Samara Ramnath doing well. She just faced 4 deliveries.
Yeah, 21 deliveries for Sao. She's faced the lion's share so far. Yeah, Ramnath has been starved of the strike here, and this is where she has to pick up the singles. Now, the interesting thing about that opening partnership between Sao and Samaru, they have put on 114 in the opening game against the Leeward Islands. One attacking and the other a little bit more defensive. Straight to the fielder again. And in many ways, that partnership was ideal for Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
They complemented each other well. Now, Ramnath and Sao are fairly similar players. So there's the potential that if you bowl well to them, you could go through the power play for a very low number of runs scored.
And it looks as though that's going to happen at this point.
Driven uppishly again. Wide of the fielder. They could look for 2 here. That is not good running from Trinidad and Tobago. Ramnath is just trotting to the other end. There really should have been 2 on.
Yeah, just needing to take that first run quickly and give yourself every opportunity of converting that single into a double. And smart batting though from Ramnath, just opening the face, getting that one backward of point. She could have had 2 though.
Wide of the off stump and unable to get back on that. That's one of the areas that she finds it difficult to score from, Sao. And the count of balls against her name, 10 of 22 deliveries, similar to the pattern that we saw in that Windward Islands game. TNT have to get a move on here. Last ball of the 5th over. That should be a wide, and is. Jacqueline Williams just making her way, just to indicate to Fagila that was a wide.
Yeah, it was just outside that guideline there from Fagila. This has not been a bad over at all from Isani Fagila.
Straight to the field. A lot of this, it is the recurring decimal for Trinidad and Tobago so far in the innings. And after 5 overs, TNT are 18 without loss. More words from Visham Lalman, and it's going to be Anil Lakan to continue.
Yeah, certainly a good start for the US of A as we speak. And their dugout, Mr. Shivnarayan Chandapal is there along with the 3 girls who have been left out today, Mitali Patwardan, Iyuni and Jivana Aras. They've all been left out as I welcome into the commentary box Mr. Anil Lakan. Good afternoon.
Pleasant good afternoon to you, Vishal. Pleasant good afternoon to all our listeners and viewers wherever you may be. You're looking at the National Under-19 final between Trinidad and Tobago and the USA. The USA having won the toss and asking Trinidad and Tobago to bat. Chanel Sao, she's got 10 from 23 deliveries. Ramnath, she's on 4 from 7 deliveries.
So Tadani is going to continue for the US of A. And yes, Vidya mentioned finding the fielders on quite a number of occasions here. The Trinidad and Tobago team, they have not been able to rotate the strike that much.
Well, having looked at what the formation of the field, the umbrella field on the offside, Visham, one wonders why it is that these young ladies have not adopted an off-stump guard and tried to work that ball into acreage or space on the leg side.
Yeah, just 4 fielders being used on the onside, a mid-on, a wide mid-on, a short mid-wicket, wide fine leg, a short wide fine leg, and a deep mid-wicket on the boundary. So that's a good ploy. I have to agree with you.
But I'm pleasantly surprised that Trinidad and Tobago has not opted for both a right and left-handed opening partnership. What has happened is that both these players is continuing to struggle with their timing, Visham. And it has to be that the USA is taking a lot of pace off the ball. They're working all the different angles in terms of bowling wide of the crease, coming closer. And it's not making run scoring easily at all for both Chanel Sao and Ramnath at this time.
They've been hitting their line and lengths. This one played uppishly, but safe just to the left of Tadani there. The outstretched left hand of Sushani Tadani. Luckily there, that didn't go to hand.
So the USA would be very pleased with this power play, only conceding 18 thus far in 5.4 overs. So a lot of work, will have to be done during the middle and the back end of this innings, Visham.
This one short and wide, punched away nicely. This could be 4 for Samara Ramnath. Is running away. And well, had that been hauled in there, we'll have to wait and see what's the signal from umpire Candice Laborde. Well, it's a good stop by the fielder, chasing that one down.
Excellent feeling from the fielder, but poor running from this opening partnership for Trinidad and Tobago. A tree was written all over that. And one considers, we'll have a look at it again. The fielder is chasing down to the boundary ropes and just were able to pick it up inches away from the rope. Having said that, the Trinidad and Tobago batters should have been turning for that 3rd run when that ball was hauled in.
Straight delivery, and luckily there, that one taking the inside edge. And well, that completes the power play. At the end of it, it's 20 for no loss.
So Visham, having looked at the power play for Trinidad and Tobago, you being the coach of this team, how would you go about the next 4 overs?
I think I would be happy, Yes, we are 20 for no loss. The runs column a bit of a concern, but the key thing there, we have not lost a wicket. If I'm the coach, I'd be saying we have not lost a wicket. That's key, but I would have liked to see a bit more rotation of the strike, finding those gaps. Too many shots being played straight to the fielders.
Well, if I'm the coach of this Trinidad and Tobago team, I would be sending out a message immediately. Visham. One of these players need to take a move on. So you've got to really sacrifice. It doesn't make sense that you've got 10 wickets in the shed and the scoring rate is going absolutely nowhere. With the likes of Shalini Samara, Janaba Joseph, Lafoucault, in the shed. One needs to get out there to really start taking the attack to this US attack.
In the process, Isani Vagela continuing, and it's a good delivery. Sound not chasing it, and well, that was a good delivery, just inside that guideline. There's some of the Jamaica players as well here. They're here to look on at the game.
So Vagela bowling an impressive spell thus far. 1.2 overs, only conceding 4 runs, and she is really maintaining a nice tidy line just on about the line of the off stump. That 4th fish stump area, and when you bowl the channel, it's very difficult to score.
Yeah, we've seen Chanel Sao succumb to deliveries like that. This one struck away, a quick single attempted, and they'll get it quite easily. Slight misfield there from the fielder at mid-off. There's the Trinidad and Tobago fans getting into the action now.
The Trinidad and Tobago just finding it difficult at this time to get the boundaries. Absolutely no boundaries just yet in this innings, Visham.
One wide again. So certainly signal wide by umpire Jacqueline Williams.
And I'm saying to you, Visham, that both these players could be adopting a different guard. Try and do something different to put the bowlers off. Possibly taking a step or two down the wicket. Try and change your line and length. And that might aid in terms of the bowlers trying to make the adjustment.
Well, they are making it too easy for the USA bowlers at the moment. Gitika Kodali there at mid-off.
I am sitting here with you, Visham, and I am thinking that it's possibly a net session. There's a lot of spectators here.
Yeah, there's my good friend Barry Legion, Neil Pittyman to the right, and Arnold Severan, 3 of the George Village Forest Reserve Cricket Club players. And she's bowled! What a delivery there from Isani Vagela, and she picks up the first wicket here for the US of A. She strikes, she cartwheels that leg stump of Samara Ramna. That delivery coming back into her, and she had no answer.
Well, excellent delivery from Vagela, angling that ball into the middle and leg stump pole. Ramna playing across the line of flight and paying the ultimate price. But at this stage, Visham, something had to give, and it may just give the innings the impetus that's required with the likes of Janaba Joseph going out to the center.
Yeah, certainly it's a foundation set, not a big one though, but the pressure again of not being able to rotate that strike, just asking a bit too many of Samara Ramna there, and in the end she fell. A timely wicket for the United States.
Well, just when you thought that Trinidad and Tobago will try and have a move on, they lose a crucial wicket. Samara Ramna, she seems to be, just getting finding her feet in terms of her timing and stuff like that. Whereas Chanel Sao, she continues to struggle with the timing, and more importantly, she would need to find ways of penetrating that umbrella field on the offside, because they have done their homework. They know exactly where her scoring areas are, and they've plugged that entire area. So she needs to do something different, to bring scoring opportunities.
All of these girls would have been good students in school. They could assume that. They have certainly done their homework. This one past the field at cover. No chance for a single though. Janaba Joseph. A word on her and her form in this tournament.
Well, Janaba, she's been in sublime form to say the least. Having scored a polished 56. But the Trinidad and Tobago outfit, they would need for her to bat and bat very long and deep into this innings, Visham, because she has the capability of being an enforcer, but she would need that time in order to get the pace of the wicket and really start motoring along. So if anything, Chanel Sao has a huge responsibility here now, Visham, to really start to kick on, because we are into the 8 overs in this innings and the score is a meager 22.
Yeah, I don't mind if Chanel Sao bats through the innings, play the supporting role to someone like Janaba Joseph, also Shalini Samaru, but it will take a little time for Janaba Joseph to get her eye in. There's Mr. Vidya Ramphal.
He seems a worried man.
Well, he's wearing red. I know where his money is.
In First Citizen Bank.
So Pat Warden, is it?
So Coach Shivanaran Chandapur will be very pleased with this bowling effort thus far, and they've been ably supported by the fielders, Visham.
Yeah, they have. So they've now introduced Disha Dhingra, number 13, USA theme. She has been a formidable fixture for them as well, Disha Dhingra. They've stacked this team with a lot of medium pacers, the United States.
Well, they've recognized that the Trinidad and Tobago batters, they struggle against good medium pacers. When you look at what happened recently, there were all evidence that they capitulated against a good seam attack.
Yeah, so you were saying now that Sao should look to get on with things. There she was looking to pull that one away on the onside. There's the Trinidad and Tobago dugout. Katie Jazz Mitchell to the back.
Kasa.
Kanika Kasa, yes. And Anaya Roberts there as well. This one hoisted into the air. This could be the second wicket for USA, and it is! Disha Dhingra strikes and she removes the dangerous Chanel Sao. Sao has to go for 11. An innings that looked as though it never got going. That's a big wicket for the US of A.
Well, it's a huge wicket for the USA, but unfortunately for Trinidad and Tobago, they continue to lose wicket at a crucial time in this innings. When you thought that Chanel Sao will take the opportunity to bat through the innings and allow the other batters, to bat around her, now she succumbs to the pressure because the scoring was going absolutely nowhere. Having tried to up the ante, she suffered as a result, just only being able to spoon that ball to the mid-on position. So the US definitely in the ascendancy here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. And you know what, Vishal? They're doing the basics right. Just keeping it super simple.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. It's working for them. 36 to Sao yesterday, 11 today. She had a half century in the tournament as well. And there's the fans. They are urging on Shalini Samaru, the captain of Trinidad and Tobago, who's making a way out there at the moment. She's going to partner now with Janaba Joseph. This is a key partnership in this game.
Well, they are the two senior batters in the Trinidad and Tobago lineup, and a lot is expected. But they would need to start to move on very, very quickly, because we're just about hovering 7.4 overs, and the scoreboard has not really motored along to any significant heights. So one would imagine that Janaba Joseph and skipper Shalini Samaru, they have a huge role, not only in doing the bulk of the scoring, but also ensuring that they bat deep into this Trinidad and Tobago innings as well.
Yes. So it's Janaba Joseph who is going to be taking strike to Disha Dhingra. It's a good delivery. So Dhingra following up the wicket with a good ball. Samaru's just come in. Of course, as we mentioned, the leading wicket taker with 9 wickets. Tied with Navina Ramnath of Guyana, and she's also right up there with the leading run scorer Zayda James, who's participated in the first game of the day for the Windward Islands.
But what I would like to see from someone like in the likes of Janaba Joseph, just getting behind the line of the delivery, taking the pace, breaking the wrist, and try and get some rotation taking place.
Yeah, don't look to bludgeon everything, but if you get a short delivery like that, you can certainly put it away. Bludgeon that if you can. Beautiful shot there from Janaba Joseph, riding the bounce nicely and putting it away to perfection.
So Dhingra going short on this occasion and paying the ultimate prize. Janaba Joseph, what a quality player she is. Getting into line, pivoted on that back foot, and it raced across this beautiful Brian Lara Cricket Academy. So the score moves up by 4, and a welcome boundary, not only to the score, but also to the spectators and the parents who are looking on.
Yeah, certainly. The over coming to an end. There 8 overs bowled now.
But the USA, Coach Shivna Chandapur, he would be a very pleased man at this stage, having really arrested the scoring away from the Trinidad and Tobago batting outfit.
Yeah, and he would be happy with this start. Yeah, 26 for 2 after 8. I think as a coach you'd take that any day of the week and twice on a Sunday as well.
So Shalini Samaru, she's going to be taking strike. So with the composition of the field, the ring of fielders and the offside, anything that's up, I would be tempted to ask Shalini Samaru to really go up and over that cover region.
Yeah, and the captain of the USA now coming into the attack, Gitika Kodali, another medium pacer in this lineup. Here she is, bowling to Samaru. This one jumping, playing it with soft hands.
So Kodali and her entire think tank, they would have assessed that Shalini Samaru does not like that ball hitting hard lengths and coming up anywhere above that chest area. So she started immediately to attack her up in that short position.
Trinidad and Tobago have met a dominant force here now in the form of the United States of America.
So some seeded faces here. It doesn't seem to be very excited by what's taking place at the moment, but lots is depending on both these batters here out in the middle for Trinidad and Tobago.
Someone worked away, but Shalini Samaru, we've seen her had some problems there in the recent games that she has played in that offside, more so in the cover region. She's been out striking some deliveries into the hands of the cover fielders on a number of occasions. I'm not sure if you can assess that fault in her batting.
Well, it's not a fault as such. What is happening is because sometimes you have
again almost going to the fielder. Sorry there.
Yeah, what happened is picking up the length is a major part of your shot selection. If you're unable to pick that length early, sometimes you could be a trifle coming forward rather than just allowing the ball to come onto your back foot and play it on their eyes. So it's all about picking the length early and making that assessment before you execute.
Here's Kodali. Speaking about doing their homework, they have that short cover fielder there, close in. They've set the trap here for Shalini Samaru.
And what Kodali is doing really well, Visham, she's hitting the lines between wicket to wicket.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no room for the levers to work. So if anything, Shalini needs to possibly try and walk across her stumps and try and work that ball into acreage of space on the onside. This one is driven up to mid-off.
Yeah, and she'll get one. So Samaru is off and running. Good signs for the TNT team. Yeah, but certainly I have to agree with you. You were making that point earlier where you were saying that these batters needs to get across the line of that off stump, cover the line of the deliveries, work it into the onside and pick up singles. At the end of 9, it's 27 for 2.
And important for the batters as well, Visham. They need to break their wrists and take the piece, because what's happening is that the ring of fielders on the offside, they're very tight. So you really need to work that ball inside the line in order to get that rotation going as well. Now, it wouldn't hurt to possibly take a few steps down the wicket as well and try and change the length that the bowlers want to execute. Now, if you look at mid-on and mid-off, there's acreage of space that if you are able to go straight, right, you possibly can explore some areas over the bowler's head. And I will be tempted, to ask the guy, these girls and them, to hit through the line of the delivery over the top when it comes to hitting the ball straight.
It's the start of the 10th over. This one pulled away nicely. Looking for 2, but it's not an offer. Yes, they'll get it quite easily in the end. Yes, they will. That's good running from Samaru and Joseph. Dingra continuing for the United States.
So Dingra just going a bit short to Shalini Samaru, and it's something I'm sure Chanapol and his think tank would have discussed during the planning of the Trinidad and Tobago innings to go short, and if she mistimes it, There's the fielder at that short mid wicket. There's the fine leg, and there's also a deep backward square in position. If she were to able not to control that top edge pull shot.
Good delivery on the off stump. Samaru almost squared up there with that one.
Yeah, that ball pitching on off, just cutting away from the left-hander. And credit to Shalini, she was watching it all the way onto her bat and was able to make that adjustment when that ball started to do its work.
So it's 29 for 2 here. Very slow start for Trinidad and Tobago. This time she's driving loosely outside that off stump.
She's driving loosely, but what is notable is that that back foot has gone nowhere, absolutely nowhere. She was basically throwing her hands at the ball. She would really need to get that back foot, picking up the line of the delivery to get a bit closer in order to execute that cut shot or that back foot punch.
Dingra doing an excellent job here for the United States. 1 for 6 in 1.3 overs. Turned away. That's smart. That's what you're asking them to do. Just get inside the line of the deliveries, work it into the onside. That's what she did there. Direct hit there though. And there was almost a chance for a second run. They were not interested, the Trinidad and Tobago women.
Well, if you ask me, a second run was on because the bails were off. In order to affect that run out, you would have had to have the ball in your hand and the stump in your hand as well to affect that run out. So if you ask me, there needs to be a bit more awareness. There needs to be a bit more tempo in the way the Trinidad and Tobago batters approach their innings, Visham. Right? We must see that kind of intent going forward into the second half of the innings. We are now into just about the halfway stage here, and the score is just a meager 30. Meager 30. My apology.
One again tuned into your onside single. Good batting from Janaba Joseph. Senior player Janaba Joseph. She's been around this setup for quite a while. She participated in the last tournament, the last under-19 tournament that was played right here in Trinidad and Tobago back in 2019. And
so just about the halfway stage, Vishal, the score is just hovering around that 31. If we were to just be a bit ambitious into the second half and possibly essay a total of possibly 90 to 95, it means to say...
This one turned away. Sorry to cut you across there. And she'll get one there, Samaru. And that's how the first 10 will finish for Trinidad and Tobago. Remember, USA won the toss. They elected to field first. And Trinidad and Tobago batting first. They are 32 for 2 after 10. I'll now make way for Mr. Vidya Ramphal, who will join you now.
To the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. It is Trinidad and Tobago versus the USA TNT. 32 for 2 after 10 overs. Not in the best position here. And as you can see, the USA very much in control. And Disha Dhingra, 1 for 9 in a 2 overs. She continues. And Vidya Ramphal alongside Mr. Anil Lakan with us here. And as we continue in the second part, 32 for 2. Trinidad and Tobago need to find some runs, but against this very, very well-coached USA team, it's looking problematic at the moment.
Well, it's definitely challenging to say the least video, because this USA team has been very disciplined in terms of their bowling, and their fielding has been really something to savor.
5 players inside the 30-meter circle. And pulled away. That is going to travel close to the boundary here. 2 players have to get to clash before getting the stop. And I believe they have crossed for 2 there. So that's 2 runs added to the total.
So Dingra going a bit short.
Oh, I think they have signaled 4. Actually, no, I don't think they have signaled it. It is 2 runs that have been added, or yes, it has been signaled as 4. That's because maybe there was a situation where the players in contact with the ball was also over the ropes. It would be interesting to see what happened there. But 36 for 2, and TNT must benefit from those off. There will be bad balls that will come, and TNT will have to get maximum benefit from those.
Well, it's important that they keep their defense in order in terms of keeping all the good deliveries, but when they're served up with some half volleys or back of a length, they really need to climb into these deliveries video.
Now, as of course, that's what Trinidad and Tobago needs to do, but the USA, they have done very well outside of that drop catch earlier. That's the only blemish so far. Here's what happened here earlier. The 2 players getting in each other's way, and just about there, I think maybe while the players had hands on the ball, hit back to the bowler and taken at the second attempt. And Dingra has taken the catch, and that is the end of Samaru. Well, that's Kodali who's taken the catch. What a catch that was. And I was seeing Dingra was doing the fielding on the other side, but what a catch at the second attempt, and the skipper has taken it well.
So Kodali, the USA skipper, has done a tremendous job here. 1 for 5 in 1.4 overs, and more importantly, removing the skipper of the Trinidad and Tobago women's outfit in Shalini Samaru. Excellent instinctive catch there. So we look at it again. Driving is Shalini Samaru, and Kodali on the second attempt. What a wonderful catch being taken by the USA skipper there. So the Trinidad and Tobago skipper leaves the arena.
So Roberts will come in to replace her, and not for the first time in this competition, driving loosely away from her body. She has perished here, and it just adds to the point of how good the USA have been today. They certainly have worked out these Trinidad and Tobago players, and we've seen Samaru actually perish driving into that short extra cover position, and that going back to the bowler, and it was taken very well.
Well, what Kodali did really well here, Vidya, is the fact that she's not pitching the ball up into that half volley zone. So what had happened to Shalini Samaru, she was trying to hit through the line of the delivery, but because she was playing away from her body, the contact point was a lot further away than she would have liked. Had she allowed it to possibly come a bit closer to her under her eyes, she possibly would have been able to straight drive that ball past the bowler.
Yeah, just got it a bit too early, and taking pace off the ball. The USA, Kodali will continue, the right arm medium pacer for the USA. Kodali from the North Carolina area has moved to California to further her cricket career. 5 players from California in this USA team. Naughty shot there by Roberts to start off. And for the USA, we've talked about TNT extensively about what they need to do. Well, the USA, everything is going well for them at the moment. They've obviously come in with a plan, and TNT batsmen have to be disruptors at this point. They have to do something to get out of that. They've been trapped within a box here by the USA, and they need to find some way to get out of it, and they need to do it fast. After 11 overs, TNT are 36 for 3.
Well, the TNT batting lineup is really struggling to get the ball off the square, and more importantly, in recent times, making contact. So Vidya is so right about someone really needs to take this game by the scruff of the neck and said, you know what, somebody's going to raise their arm and say, look, I am going to take on this USA bowling attack. and at some stage, sooner than later, something's got to happen, because I'll tell you, the balls are ticking away, the overs are ticking away, and the scoreboard is actually it's not going anywhere. And you can see the USA camp, the think tank, everybody here, they're well pleased with their team's work thus far.
Well, Chandapol doesn't look pleased because he still wants some changes to make it better, and shades of seeing like a Pep Guardiola on the bench. Yes, it's going well, we're leaving 4-0, but we need to get some more out there. We need to get them out. It's only 3 wickets down, and Chandapol driving his troops on here.
And that's the kind of individual Chandapol is. He's never satisfied, with what he's achieved. He's always wanting more.
Full toss straight to the fielder, and this is a change in the field here. Kodali just ringing the changes. So far it has gone well for her. Bhumika Badri Raju, the off spinner out of North Carolina, in now. Another very, very slow delivery here, and Janaba Joseph struggling to really read what's going on with this delivery.
Well, but Raju, what she does is really take the pace of the delivery Vidya, and what the batters have to do now is they're charged with the responsibility of trying to create that pace.
That's exactly it. And that we've seen bowlers throughout this tournament. They have batters have struggled with this sort of bowler. Just outside the off stump, and the overs ebbing away here from the Trinidad and Tobago team. And Badri Raju has done this throughout the tournament, and she has been able to bowl to batters with impunity so far in the tournament.
Well, she's doing it very impressively here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. She's using her feet to her, but it's a good length. So even though that Janaba Joseph is using her feet, she still has to reach to get it. It's just coming through so slowly.
It doesn't seem like it wants to arrive at all. So Badraju doing a wonderful job for her team thus far.
Trinidad and Tobago bench looking very worried at the moment, and not too many smiles on the TNT bench. Kanika Kassar is one of those who can, so they're trying to do something about it. As you can see, Joseph using her feet to Badri Raju, but her first over is a good one, a maiden over here for the USA, 36 for 3 out of 12, and the scoring rate threatens now to plummet under 3.
So worrying times here for the Trinidad Tobago think tank. Being the coach, Kelvin Williams, I'm sure he would be not a worried man, but there will be some concerns now starting to hover around that Trinidad Tobago outfit, and one really needs to take responsibility. And to me, Ayana Roberts might just be the batter that I would want to give the license here, Vidya, to really go all out attack. Because the scoring is not going anywhere, and one really needs to take this game by the scruff of the neck and try and accelerate and break the shackles here. Two
of the umpires from the tournament, Carolyn Brown of Jamaica and Ryan Willoughby of Barbados. They've been here for the tournament, and it has been a tournament in which we've seen umpires from throughout the region. Maria Abbott umpired the first game today, and Jacqueline Williams, who was the third umpire, is here in the final. Yes, so they continue along that line, and Roberts, Sau, and all of the rest have struggled against this sort of line. And many of the youngsters here, they are watching this, and this is a great time for them to see what's happening here today. And you never know that among those youngsters sitting there, the future West Indies a future West Indies captain might be there.
I'm sure they're looking on, just waiting patiently to see something exciting that's going to take place outside in the middle. But what these batters are not doing, they're absolutely not picking the length and line of the delivery. They're not moving at all. So basically they're throwing their hands away, and here we could see a pensive Marissa Aguilera, and I'm sure she has a bit of concern.
Well, she's the tournament director. She doesn't have any bias in this tournament at all. She is here as the tournament director for all of the players and all of the teams in the competition. Well, has that taken an edge? Jacqueline Williams shakes her head. That was close to the edge of Roberts' bat. And the USA continuing to exert control.
So lovely delivery here, Vagela getting that ball to pitch and shape away from the right-hander. Had it been another batter, one never knows, but that's a peach of a delivery here from Vagela. Pitching on that fourth stump line and going further away, the perfect outswinger you would want to not have to play.
Gully in place now. Good delivery. This one more on the line of middle and off. And the USA have been so disciplined in their bowling today.
Well, the USA, they're smelling blood here, Vidya, because they brought that attacking fielder into that gully position, and they have seen something that they feel that they could capitalize on sooner or later during the course of this innings.
Mom and her 3 daughters watching on, and they're looking pretty relaxed, but it's not relaxed out here. A wide added to the total here for Trinidad and Tobago. There haven't been a ton of extras from the USA. They've been very disciplined. 6 extras so far. It all adds to the picture of a rather stifling attack here for the USA. Outside of the accurate medium pace, there's also the off spin of Badri Raju. Hit solidly, but straight to the field there. They go for the single. Well, not a great throw. And also there was some hesitation. But luckily TNT getting through for that one.
Well, Janaba Joseph was caught napping there. Ayana Joseph was calling her, and for whatever reason, she just seems not to be interested, and at the last moment decided to take off.
A lot of differing emotions going through the shot in the crowd there. There was some anger, there's some frustration, there's some more frustration there. Hit beautifully through the covers. Just going to be 1 this time. Deep cover in place. And really great praise for the USA captain Kodali as the over comes to an end here. 39 for 3. Just 3 runs in the over here. And you can see in the crowd there's a lot of anxiety. A lot of these people in the crowd. They're looking very anxious, nibbling on different things, all these anxiety behaviors here as they're looking on to the game.
But one must take into consideration, Vidya, this USA team has been a thorough professional. They have done everything to perfection. The fielding has been on point. Their bowling is excellent, and their captain really taking that initiative and leading her troops excellently out in the middle.
Yeah, Kodali must take a lot of credit. She has a well-oiled machine to deal with, but the fact is she's keeping everything ticking along here well. Oh, that's hit straight. This could go for 4. Yes, it is. Finally, some moments of aggression, and the crowd erupt here. That was hit beautifully straight by Joseph for 4.
So full toss here, and Janaba taking 2 steps down the wicket, striding down and hitting it powerfully past the bowler. It goes into the long on boundary for 4 runs. A welcome boundary for the TNT score here. But a lot more is needed here, Vidya. A lot more boundaries is needed here to get to that competitive total, possibly between 90 to 100.
Yeah, the crowd, a lot of red out in the crowd as they celebrate that boundary. That's almost bounced twice before it got to the batter. But we're talking about Kodali and how well she has done. Almost like a chess grandmaster developing her pieces. Everything has gone to plan outside of that drop catch. Yeah, I think there's some more frustration here. Bearded gentleman there. He's saying, listen, I'm going to call the captain now and have a few words.
Yes, a lot of worried faces in the camp there. But just hope that for the sake of the Trinidad and Tobago public, that these ladies and them come to the party sooner than later by really getting on with the scoring and posting a competitive total to make a match out of this.
Life of an umpire. Jacqueline Williams is tying the laces of the batter. She also did so for the USA keeper, Kolan, earlier. And they're all looking, I guess they're looking at the stream right now. Full toss, another one. This one is hit not quite as straight as the previous one, so it picks out the fielder. but at least we're seeing a little bit of a change. Janaba Joseph has the mindset of a disruptor out there, and she is using her feet and she's trying to break up the length here of the bowlers.
Yeah, she's doing that really well, Vidya, but she need just to keep her bat face straighter when executing, so it doesn't go to the mid-on or a long-off fielder. It possibly will go a lot straighter, and the possibility of getting 2 runs is a possibility.
Straight to the fielder this time. And yes, it's very hot in the afternoon, and all sorts of beverages being consumed in and around the stands. As you can see, you could have seen a little cross-section of them there. Of course, not among the players. The players are a bit too young for that at the moment. Yeah, they're looking for the quick single. But the USA, how quickly, look at, the ball has traveled about 3 meters away from the bat, and there were already 4 players in there to effect a run out.
Yeah, well, they've already telegraphed what these TNT batters want to do. And Roberts might be well advised to really go hard rather than just...
Straight to the fielder again, this time no run. That's a good stop there by Paul.
So at the end of the over, the score, Trinidad and Tobago, having lost the toss, asked to bat by the USA team, are 44 for 3. And something really needs to be done at this stage here, Vidya, in order for Trinidad and Tobago to make a match of this.
Well, the USA have been dominant throughout this competition. They beat Jamaica by 7 wickets. Windward Islands, they got past them by 8 wickets. And after the washout against Barbados, they were actually in a very good position in that game, as they demolished the Leeward Islands by 47 runs. And the coup de grace, one might say, before this game, Guyana beating them by 10 wickets. And if they can complete the set of 5 wins here today, big title for them to go home with. Hit uppishly straight to the fielder. They've gone for the single. And Kodali was actually a little bit deep there, so that's why they were able to complete the single, despite the fact that it was hit powerfully to her.
Well, I'm looking at the amount of overs bowled thus far, Vidya, with 35 balls to go. If we were to score at a run a ball, we'll get up to that 80. But I don't think in this encounter 80 is going to be anywhere close to being enough.
Well, Trinidad and Tobago will have to bowl very well to do that. In the meantime, Vakila is in her 4th over, 1 for 10. Look at those figures. Well, that's a great delivery. She has bowled along that line and length all the way through. And that's been the key for bowlers of the ilk of Vagila in this competition.
But one needs to take into consideration, Vidya, that the likes of Joseph needs to take a step or two down the wicket, try and change the length of the bowler, rather than just sit into her crease and allow her to bowl.
What's gone past 2 fielders? This might go to the boundary. Well, slowing up just in time for the USA. In the meantime, 2 more runs here to Roberts. But that one got through the field. 2 players diving at it. It was so well placed. And a double.
So excellent timing from Roberts here. Short and wide from Bagela. And she cut that ball through that backward point region. It eluded 2 fielders. And she was able to get a double. So we're seeing a positive mindset here from both these batters here. But
you look at the bowling of Vagila and just look at the run-up. I know he just has 3 deliveries to go here. You look at 2 deliveries to go. You look at the run-up, and you feel that she could get more pace out of this run-up if she can work out on that sprint to the line.
Well, what she's got going for her, she's got a repeated action.
Oh, that's a wide. That one just passing over the edge of the bat. And even the Jamaica team getting in the action here. The Caribbean standing together here. That's great to see.
In unity. But I'm sure
all behind TNT at the moment.
But I'm sure all present here today at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy video, they will want to see a match that savors a good game.
Yes, I think that everyone, even the neutrals, would want to see a good game here today. And there is one of the local nutsmen. All of the nutsmen in Trinidad and Tobago, they sell peanuts, salted, fresh at all the venues. he has his own particular tagline. He starts off, he looks at the crowd and he says, "Buy nuts from me now." As you know, you'll have to say it in the Trinidad and Tobago vernacular.
Yeah, it's a local parlance, you know, the nuts man goes around, buy from nuts, buy from...
Something like that, yeah. Something like that. They go for the single, that's a good run! Oh, there's a chance at a run out. A direct hit may have had the batter in some trouble. But we've learned two things there. TNT are showing some more promise. And two, you've never bought any nuts from that guy.
But excellent aggressive running from Janaba Joseph, sensing the danger, but also having an appreciation for accelerating the score. She was really up to the task here and getting in.
Oh, we'll hear from Anil Lakan later on, and Visham Lalman is going to join us now. And Visham Lalman has been warming up for the last 5 overs here, and he's ready to take a look. And Jason Passad, our cameraman, he's down on the field there. He's the one who's been giving us all of the great pictures of the crowd today. Visham, welcome back. Situation has not improved a lot since you last were on. 49 for 3.
Yeah, thank you, Vidya. Yeah, certainly 13 runs alone scored in the last 5 overs. 36 for 2 at the end of 10 overs. And now 49 for 3.
Well, Badri Raju is one of the main reasons why that is. 2.1 overs and just 6 runs scored. She's taken a wicket also. And TNT have really struggled to get her away.
Yeah, Joseph, you would really ask her now to up the ante a bit for Trinidad and Tobago. She's on 12 or 14 deliveries. She is the person here who they would depend on to get to something respectable.
Yeah, she's the one who has really attacked here for counter-attack for Trinidad and Tobago. Several of the youth players and some of the players around. That's Rajiv Ramnath to the left. His sister Samara Ramnath opened the innings for Trinidad and Tobago. One of the fine young batters for Trinidad and Tobago at youth level. A player that many predict you might see in a Trinidad and Tobago team in the future. Hit straight. There's a fielder out there. It's not going to carry. It's not going to go to the boundary. In the meantime, they've gone for 2. Oh, there's a mix-up. Joseph just gets back. They could have completed 2 runs. And again, the communication out there is not great.
Yeah, definitely so. Luckily there for Trinidad and Tobago. They're safe. 50 comes up. 51 for 3. Wow. They're getting into some popcorn there now, Vidya.
Yeah, it's that sort of evening here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Time to break out the popcorn and the drinks. Hit through the extra cover region. Just one. There's a fielder on the boundary. Just one more to the total, but you're starting to see a little bit of a change here for TNT. A more aggressive approach in the last 5 to 7 overs or so. Will it be enough at this point?
Yeah, showing some intent there now. Both Joseph and Anaya Roberts. Wow, 6 off 17. She's not gotten going as yet.
Well, there was a characteristic expression of why in the crowd there. I think you would have seen that.
Yep.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of discussion. They're mulling over a lot of points in the crowd at the moment. Full toss. Hit straight. Fielders around. Just one more. Badri Raju gets the throw in. And this has been, we talked about the performance by TNT. Trinidad and Tobago have come up against a very good side here. And can they now rise to the occasion and in the last 4.2 overs get this total towards that 100 mark?
Yeah, it really shows the level of cricket that the United States of America plays. 7 of these girls playing for their international team.
Again, a single in the covers. And when the USA were invited and the tournament was announced, many people were arcing their eyebrows up almost as high as Carlo Ancelotti's eyebrows and wondering why were they here. Now you see why the USA are here. This is an outstanding young team, and it's a great future ahead for this group of players and for USA women's cricket. Joseph pulls that away. There's a fielder out there for the shot. Just one more. And you might feel the USA are fielding with 13 players at the moment. There's a fielder everywhere the ball is hit.
Yeah, they're bowling to their field as well. Yeah, and you know, Vidya, you mentioned how beneficial it is for the United States players, but how beneficial it is for these girls from the Caribbean team, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, Jamaica. Look, there's a Trinidad and Tobago dugout, but yes, it's very beneficial for these girls to rub shoulders with these international players of the United States.
Yeah, they certainly are, and everyone's enjoying it. Even our cameraman, there is Jason Passad, and doing the workout there. Yeah, he enjoys being out in the crowd, Jason Passad, and that's how you work. You come into sports photojournalism, and you never work a day in your life again.
Well, our scorer today, Dave Passad, he will know a lot about that as well. Good afternoon to Dave.
It's Dave's cousin out there. I think we might see him going downstairs to have a taste of the atmosphere downstairs here at the Lara Cricket Academy. Hit high over cover. It's not going to go to the boundary. They're going for two, and they will get it. Good running there by Joseph, and equally good from Roberts.
Here the bowler getting it back to the stumps there. That's Snig the Paul. There are a number of the fans getting into the action. There is the mother of Shalini Samaru as well to the back with the glasses on.
Yeah, Paul's back into the attack here. That first one lifted over cover, and you might be hearing the noise of the Tassa drums. That was a drummer you saw just a moment ago. High over cover. This is not going to go to the fielder. They will get another double here, Trinidad and Tobago. And Joseph starting to take up the attack to the USA bowlers now.
Yeah, she's getting into the action now, Janaba Joseph, and you would expect that from her. She's seen a lot of these bowlers already, if not all of them, and she's now looking to take them on. She'll be quite comfortable now, it seems. That delivery though, getting some bounce. It took the outside edge. Luckily, it didn't go to hand.
Well, they've gone after Paul here. This one's in the deep. There's a fielder out there again. They're getting two. This could be close. She's hit the stumps. Safe, says umpire Williams. And Trinidad and Tobago finally starting to counter-attack here against the USA.
And the crowd comes alive here at the Lara Cricket Academy with the addition of those runs in this over thus far. Janaba Joseph, 21 off 20 now. That was a good throw. But getting Janaba Joseph back on strike. She's certainly in there. And Aya Roberts, that's good backing up from her.
Yeah, so what a contest this is shaping up to. TNT looking very much behind the 8 ball at 32 for 2 after 10 overs, 49 for 3 after 15. Halfway through the 17th over now. Now this one's pulled away. That's going to go to the boundary for 4. And cue massive applause here at the stadium.
Come at the woman, come at the hour. There is Janaba Joseph looking to pile on the runs for Trinidad and Tobago. Takes Trinidad and Tobago now to 65 for 3 and 16.4 overs. A welcome boundary there for the woman in red.
And Paul, who's been one of the best bowlers in the competition, Janaba Joseph using her feet and coming down. I talked about it earlier about the need for a disruptor out there. That is Janaba Joseph. She had a really good innings earlier in the tournament, 56 not out against Barbados in very difficult circumstances. It's a similar pressure cooker situation for her here, and she's showing what she's made of, 25 of 21.
And she's right up there with the Janelia Glasgow, the Zayda James, the Ashmini Munisas, the Nigel Cumberbatch, all of them.
Oh, that's over. The mid-off fielder for another boundary. That's another excellent shot of Paul.
Brilliant shot to say the least. And there's her supporters as well. They're up and up very high. Just like Janaba Joseph. Have a look at that shot again. It deserves another look. Up and over. Mid-off head, and that's 4.
Yeah, and it's a great picture here. And there were so many celebrations, the way cricket can unite and sport can unite people in so many different ways, and the Caribbean players still here. That's the Wilmot, one of the Wilmot girls there. I believe that is Cade, here still to enjoy the cricket. Yeah, look at that. They're celebrating together in the crowd. That's it away again. It's not going to travel to the fielder. They will go for a second here. There could be a run out. The return is not powerful enough. They get 2 more. And now comes the pressure here. Back on the USA.
Yeah, 3 doubles and 2 fours there. That's 14 runs in the over. 71 for 3 now. Looks a different story. This guy in black here, Vidya, he was dancing all over the bus yesterday that was taking Trinidad and Tobago out of the Lara Cricket Academy. It was a special sight. Maybe Michael Rupa can get that video for us and put it up on the stream soon.
$71 for 3. 3 overs to go here. And the USA having a long talk about what transpired in that last over. Trinidad and Tobago picking up 16 runs, and mainly through Janaba Joseph, who has now accelerated to 31 of 23. And I think they are going to go after Badri Raju here. Joseph is at the non-striker's end though. So this is hit straight to the fielder. Roberts gets back, luckily for her.
Well, you can see the intention there, Vid. I think Roberts just want to get Janaba Joseph on strike. If she gets the bad ball, she'd want to put it away. But the modus operandi would be to get Joseph on strike.
Badri Raju in her last over, none for 11 so far. Hit that straight. Can it carry to the field? Oh, I think that's gone all the way for 6 runs. No, just in front of the ropes. 4 runs. And the celebration starts here. Still too early for that. Yes, the runs are starting to flow, but is it going to be enough?
Wide outside the off stump, tossed up from Badri Raju. 1 bounce into the boundary there for 4. Through the fielder there at long off. Starting to ramp up that run scoring now, Vidya.
A good attempt there, and Kate Wilmot certainly enjoyed that. I'm not sure what the dance is, the favorite dance in Jamaica is at the moment, but we did see her doing that earlier in the tournament when Jamaica got that very good win a few days ago. So TNT have started to, they've put the handbrakes down late here, and the USA are now under pressure, but still you feel that the USA, if it were a game of points, they would certainly be ahead at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Vidya. Certainly, they did a good job at the start, up to that 15th over. But since then, Trinidad and Tobago, they've elevated their run rate, so to speak.
2.5 overs to go here. Got some turn, but they will get the run. Nice stop in the outfield. That's the USA captain, Kodali, making a nice diving stop. And now the mood in the TNT camp looks decidedly different.
Yeah, they look very happy there. And they know they have the informed batsman Janaba Joseph out there in the middle. They can depend on her. She's on 31 at the moment.
All of a sudden, earlier it was looking like a wake, and now it's turned into a party. Well, that's pulled away. Straight to the fielder, though. Just 1 run. And Badri Raju has stuck to her guns here. Credit to her. Despite the charge coming from TNT, she has stuck to her guns. She's stuck to what she has done well all the way through this tournament.
Yeah, she's varying her lines, varying her lengths nicely. Badri Raju. What she's not doing is varying her pace, but it has worked for her. Moving very slowly, not giving the batters of Trinidad and Tobago any pace to work with. But she's bowled a good spell thus far. 19 runs conceded in 3.5 overs.
Still can't time it well. Chance at a run out at the keeper's end. Joseph gets back in time. That is the end of a good spell from Bhumika Badri Raju. 4 overs and none for 20. And all of a sudden the TNT players warming up. The USA players just away to their right. The 2 dugouts very close to each other. 80 for 3 after 18 overs.
Everyone's applauding the efforts of Anaya Roberts and Janaba Joseph thus far. I certainly have to applaud them for the last 2 overs, Vidya. They've been looking to get runs off every single delivery that has been presented by the United States.
Last 3 overs, Trinidad and Tobago has gone on at 10.33 per over. That is a significant change in the scoring rate. Before that, they had been going on at just over 3 and over. Yeah. So a massive sea change here for Trinidad and Tobago. Here is Paul once again. looking for the slash over that backward point region. It's Kodali, excuse me, who's continued here. Kodali just the 2 overs before this one.
Gitika Kodali, the captain of the United States, 5 runs conceded in 2 overs prior to this one. It's one of the quicker bowlers on the United States team.
2 wide this time. That's only the 8th wide of the innings. USA have been disciplined here, but they have been knocked back by this counter-attack from TNT in the last 3 overs especially.
Yeah, that could put them off their radar just a bit here. They'll have to adjust here now, the United States. Will they look to adjust, change their plans, or stick to their plan A?
Straight to the fielder and caught. She's claimed a catch, and that is out. And that is the end of Roberts. Roberts is caught, and it is Gonzalez who's taken the catch.
Yeah, Tia Gonzalez making amends there at cover. Here's that dismissal again. That ball rising on Roberts and played away on the up straight to Gonzalez. Yes, certainly out. But Roberts played a good little hand here assisting Janaba Joseph, but she has to go for 15. A well-played 15, you have to say, Vidya.
Yes, in the context of the game, she has done well, but Janaba Joseph is still there. 32 of 24 deliveries, and the fans here from Trinidad and Tobago showing their appreciation for the innings by Roberts.
Yeah, they're greeting her as she walks out. They would have enjoyed that innings. She didn't bludgeon the ball to the boundary, but she certainly assisted Janaba Joseph well. She recognized her role and function in that partnership, and she did it well.
I think they're waving to you there, Visham. I guess they've seen you on the monitor. Kanisha Kassar is out there, and Kanisha Kassar actually ended the last game. Trinidad and Tobago were again struggling in that match against the Windward Islands. She came in, she hit 18 runs, including a 6 and 2 fours in the last over. 111 for 6 Trinidad and Tobago made. Now, if the left-hander can continue in that vein today, it's going to be a very interesting run chase here for the USA. Kassar, as we mentioned many times in this tournament, silver medalist at the Carifta Games in the javelin throw earlier in the year.
All-round athlete, Kanika Kassar. She can strike the ball at a rate of knots as well. Don't count her out.
It's gone for a big hit immediately. Oh, she's tumbled here. Chance at a run out. Oh, she's fast. That's the thing about her. She's trained also as a sprinter, and she got down there very quickly.
What she's been able to do, she's been able to get Janaba Joseph back on strike, most importantly.
9 balls to go here, and Kassar can hit it a long way. I know that they certainly enjoyed that up in Toko in northeast Trinidad. A gentleman by the name of John Andalcio, one of the outstanding coaches in Trinidad and Tobago history. No, he certainly enjoyed that innings from her yesterday. Straight past Kodali, just one this time. And the USA have not looked quite as assured in the field as the press has come here from the Trinidad and Tobago batters.
Yeah, that's what I was speaking about earlier. Looking to get runs off every ball. There was Joseph smashing that back to the bowler, but immediately realizing the bowler missed it, and she had the opportunity to get a run.
Karishma Ramharak, the West Indies player in the crowd, saw her earlier today. I think she might have gone to take a closer look. That one's gone. Oh, is that gone close to the stumps here? Oh, Joseph could be out. Oh, she's missed it. What a miss. Kodali, the pressure getting to the skipper. She wasn't able to gather it. And also she ran into the stumps. So Joseph survives.
Big miss for the United States. That would have been the huge wicket of Janaba Joseph had she collected cleanly and knocked the bails off in the end. Knocking down the stumps without collecting the ball cleanly. Well, how big of a miss that could have been. Well, that could be, sorry.
Yeah, it certainly could be. Just 7 deliveries going. Some of the Jamaican players there. Still in the crowd at the bottom of your picture. They're going for the run. Oh, there could be a run out now. Kassar is going to be out. Suicidal single off the last ball of Kodali's over, and she will have to go for 1. 82 now for 5, and Trinidad and Tobago have lost Kassar.
Yeah, that was not a run there. Well, she would have been thinking to get back Janaba Joseph on strike. But as you said, the final ball of the over as well. Good work there from Gonzalez again to get that one into the gloves of the keeper, Kolan, and they earn themselves another wicket here. The USA. Kasa goes for 1.
What an excellent over by Kodali, showing a great experience, and 2 wickets going down in the over and only 2 runs conceded. There's Karishma Ramharak in the center of the picture, the West Indies and Trinidad and Tobago off spinner in the crowd here today, and great to see her here supporting the under-19 players, and she would of course have been part of those under-19 teams just a couple of years ago.
Yes, certainly, and she's risen to the top, the international team now. Karishma Ramarak, she's earned herself a contract as well recently when the contracts were announced.
Yeah, she was actually retained. She was on the contracts along with Anisa Mohammed, and they are the only Trinidad and Tobago players who have been awarded contracts by Cricket West Indies. And a lot of these young ladies will be certainly have the ambition to become, to follow in their footsteps. 82 for 5, last over here. Tandani will now feel the pressure. That's just going to be 1. Joseph off the strike for the moment, and Lafoucard, who can hit it a long way, she is back on strike.
Yeah, she likes to run quick singles, likes to get a move on, Maria Lafoucard. Yeah, but you're speaking about players coming into, ex-players coming in to look on at this game. I saw Janelle Noel, former under-19 player as well for Trinidad and Tobago. She was here earlier today looking on, and she's still here, I'm sure. She played in that tournament in 2019.
Can't take your eyes off this game. 5 balls to go, 83 for 5. Question mark is this going to be enough here? Here's Tandani. Hit high, over extra cover. That's not going to carry to the boundary. They should get 2 here. And Lafoucard gets 2. Lafoucard from the Mayaro area got into this Trinidad and Tobago setup after she was noticed. Her talent was noticed, of all places, in a physical education exam environment.
Yeah, very interesting story. And of course, Mr. Amin Forjani, he spotted the talent. He made the call.
Yeah, she used cricket as her module for her demonstration sport in the physical education exam. And when they spotted her talent, they sent a video to the Trinidad and Tobago team. She started training with the team, and here she is representing TNT. Pulled away. There's a fielder out there. She's going to get across to it. Just 1. They're going for the second run, and they'll get there comfortably. And even though Joseph is not on strike, Lafoucard continues the attack here.
Yeah, well, what Joseph did well, she realized that the ball was going to be thrown to the non-striker's end, and she would be running to that end. She took the opportunity to get Lafoucard back on strike. That's not selfish cricket at all from Janaba Joseph.
4 runs of 2 deliveries so far. Just 3 to go here. Now this final score heading up towards that 100 mark. Swung across the line this time. And Trinidad and Tobago, just to review, 18 runs after 5 overs, 32 after 10, 49 after 15 overs, and now they've had 38 runs in the last 4.4 balls.
Yeah, they'd be kicking themselves, not getting a bit more up at the top. How they can finish, have to wait and see.
That's hit high. Will that go? Will that be caught? The fielder's there. Oh, it's dropped. It's not gone over the ropes. It hasn't gone over the ropes. And I don't think Lafoucard has realized that yet. She's now realized and luckily able to get back in. That didn't go over the ropes. So that's just 2.
For a moment, you'd have thought that was going to go over the ropes. 1 almighty 6. It got height. It didn't get distance, though. And, well, the fielder didn't see it. Never looked in control there, the fielder.
Looking straight into the sun. That's a problem.
Correct.
And also, Lafoucard hitting into the breeze. So that ball is going to dance in the air like a kite in a hurricane. Last ball, 90 for 5. Lafoucard goes for this one. This is going to go into the outfield. They should get 2 more here. And Lafoucard, with a nice little cameo, has taken Trinidad and Tobago into the 90s. Well, there could be a run out at the other end. Oh, she's made it! She's run the 3 of the last ball, and Lafoucard ends up on 9 not out of 5 deliveries. Joseph 34 of 8, and Trinidad and Tobago from 18 without loss after 5 overs have set the USA 94 for victory.
Excellent performance at the back end of the innings there from Joseph and Lafoucard. Also not forgetting the little cameo of 15 as well from Anaya Roberts. This is how it went for Trinidad and Tobago. 11 from Chanel Sao from 30 deliveries. She was gone caught Ramjit Bola Dingra, and Samara Ramnath, she went for 6. The Naba Joseph, she remained not out on 34. Maria Lafoucard on 9. But Samaru had 9 and Anaya Roberts had 15. Kanika Kasa, she missed out today with 1.
And Kodali 2 for 8. Excellent she was. The USA captain 1 for 9 for Dingra, and the other wicket falling to Vagila 1 for 14 in her 4 overs. Altogether, an excellent performance by the USA. Yes, there was a flurry of runs for TNT at the end, but when you look at those figures outside of the 8.3 conceded by Paul, it was a nice tidy performance from the USA there. So Trinidad and Tobago against the odds have risen up to 93 for 5. They set the USA 94 for victory. Will join us for the run chase in this virtual final here in the CWI Women's Under-19 T20 Championship. Trinidad and Tobago versus the USA. Welcome back to the Lara Cricket Academy here in Trinidad and Tobago. It is the final match of the CWI Women's Under-19 T20 Championships here in Taruba. USA versus Trinidad and Tobago, and what a match we have on our hands. Trinidad and Tobago for long periods in this game looked completely outplayed by the USA, but great credit to TNT getting back a flurry of runs at the end. 44 runs in the last 5 overs, and Trinidad and Tobago getting up to 93 for 5. But against this very powerful USA batting lineup, 93 for 5 could disappear very quickly if TNT do not bowl well. I'm Vidya Ramphal alongside Visham Lalman, and this is going to be a situation where Trinidad and Tobago will have to bowl well against this USA batting lineup.
Yeah, certainly. So need a big effort from the Trinidad and Tobago bowlers, and well, it looks as though it's going to be Samara Ramnath to start things off, the off spinner. She'd want to get into work very early in the piece.
Ramnath starts off here. A sign of turn already for her, and Prasad and Mullah Puri will start off for the USA, and these two we've seen them open in this tournament already, so they're hoping to get off to a good start here. And Ramnath getting a lot of turn. Her brother is in the crowd, as well as some members of her family in support, so you know that certainly she will be lifted by that.
Yes, she would. A number of these players, well, all of these players and their families are here, of course, so the spirits of a Trinidad and Tobago team no doubt will be lifted. You'll have that crowd support. It's the effort on the field that counts here now.
A few of the parents of the USA players also here, and they have been here supporting their children all the way through the last 9 days. Down leg side wide, that's the first run for the USA, and it comes off a wide. One of the recurring themes of this tournament has been the number of extras conceded by all of the teams in this game. Beaten Ramnath, that's going to run away down to the boundary for 4, and Prasad hitting that off the back foot powerfully for 4.
Yeah, all timing in that shot. She waited nicely and played it back past the bowler. Ramnath just under her, and well, the fielder couldn't track that one down. That's Amelia Khan.
Amelia Khan, who took a hat-trick yesterday, so that she will be one of those who will get the ball in her hands today. Trinidad and Tobago have a variety of bowlers who will come at this USA team. They've been buoyed by that late surge of runs. Good delivery here from Ramnath.
You can't afford to miss your line and length of these USA batters. They can get away in a flash. They're not afraid to take on the bowling very early on as well.
It's gone for the big hit, comes off the pad, and that has, well, she looked at it, she thought it had gone onto the stumps, it didn't, and the first over has come to an end here. At the end of the first over, the USA Women's Under-19 team are 5 without loss.
A good first over from both teams. Ramnath coming in, normally gets a wicket in the first couple of overs of hers. Not in the first today though. Chatna Prasad hitting a nice looking boundary in that over. And, well, something different here from Trinidad and Tobago now, Vidya. They're going to open up with Katie Jazz Mitchell.
Yeah, she hasn't opened the bowling for Trinidad and Tobago in the tournament, and a big test for her here. She did have her issues early in the tournament. There was one game in which, in similar circumstances with very hot sun, she fell victim to dehydration and had to be taken off the field. Young lady from Presal in central Trinidad. Well, she looks pretty much up for this. Hasn't batted outside of that game against Guyana, but didn't have to do any.
She's a good medium pacer. She hits a hard length. Of course, Mullah Puri. Both teams having their first look of each other, so Mullah Puri is going to be facing her up for the first time.
And She does cut a picture, a really pretty picture. Mulapudi, she as a 12-year-old, she had the dream of representing the USA, and left-hander, the top order batter, she was called in to represent the USA. Certainly made a mark at the California Cricket Academy. Turned on the leg side, has beaten the fielder, and that will run away down to the ropes. Yeah, that has enough on it to get to the ropes for 4 runs, beating Kiara Rubin, and a second boundary for the USA.
Yeah, you can see Mulapudi there signaling to Prasad that she didn't hear the call. Normally that's the signal. But yeah, straightish delivery there from Mitchell, going down the leg side and turned away. And Kiara Rubin not getting behind that one as she would like, and conceding a boundary.
Well, you may not associate too many cricketers from Sunnyvale in California, but this is a name that certainly will be attached to it. She is selected as the vice captain of the USA under-19 team to that T20 series against the Windward Islands earlier this year, which the USA won 3-1. Well, he does get stylishly forward. The high elbow, she really looks a pretty picture getting forward to that.
Yeah, she does. And bat and pad close together as well, not allowing Katie Jazz Mitchell to sneak through. She's getting the ball to tail into the left-hander, so you want to cover the line of those deliveries.
That's going to be a wide. Yeah, the two fielders outside the ropes here for Trinidad and Tobago are down at fine leg, and the long off in Kassar. And I'm wondering if we're going to see Kassar. Now, the USA turned in a disciplined performance, and despite that counter-attack from TNT, well, that TNT counter-attack gave them 93 for 5 at the end. But the Trinidad and Tobago bowlers have not blown away a lot of sides in this competition. Mulapudi just behind square. That hasn't hurt the Trinidad and Tobago chances here. And we saw from TNT they were able to pull off a really good win against Guyana after being bowled out for 69. They defended that to win by 40 runs. Of course, Guyana, with all due respect, certainly not at the same level as the USA at this time.
Yeah, you have to agree there. And
full toss. Straight to the fielder, and came off the shin of Robert. She was able to gather it in to get the throw.
yeah, and you know, speaking about the batting of the USA team, they beat Jamaica by 7 wickets in their first game. The second game, they beat the Windward Islands by 8 wickets. That just goes to show the quality of their batting. Their top order strength is very high.
Yeah, and when you consider that in this tournament, it's only one game in which they batted first. They won that game by 47 runs. The other 3 games, the 3 games that they finished, they chased down runs to win those matches. Hold away! Wow, what a shot! 1 bounce into the ropes for 4. Anything short is going to be punished, and that was certainly put away well by Prasad.
The power of Chetna Prasad coming to the fore. Too short, you can't bowl short to Prasad. She likes it there. 1 bounce into the boundary for 4.
Picked that up beautifully, Prasad. That has brought a lot of smiles here. Despite that surge of runs, those 44 runs in the last 5 overs for Trinidad and Tobago, it certainly hasn't dented the confidence of these USA players. They have been super confident all the way through this tournament. After 2 overs, the USA are 15 without loss.
Yeah, an expensive over there for Mitchell, Katie Jazz, and the USA, they're off and running in a flash.
Ramnath is going to continue here. That's exactly what the Trinidad and Tobago team would not have wanted, to get a flurry of runs early. 15 runs off 2 overs. So the USA off and running at 7.5 and over within the first couple of overs. So already a message going out to the captain, Samaru, and receiving the message, I'm sure, from the Trinidad and Tobago think tank. Kelvin Williams, the head coach. Devendra Singh, the assistant coach. For TNT. Of course, there's a Trinidadian on the USA bench also, Keshava Ramphal. He is the analyst for the USA team.
Yeah, and we saw him with the Guyana Jaguars in the regional 4-day tournament as well. Keshava has been in and around the setup. Senior analyst.
A lot of cheers here for every dot ball from the Trinidad and Tobago team. Just like Katie Jazz Mitchell from that Presal area. You would have, I believe, captain Presal for a period there, Keshava Ramphal. So Prasad 8, Mullapudi on 5, 15 without loss. Good start here for the USA. Is that a stumping? Yes, it's out! Good bit of work there by Sao, and that is the end of the opener. Mullapudi just stepping outside the crease and has been stumped.
Good delivery there from Samara Ramnath, drawing the batter for the left-hander. And have a look again, drawing her forward there, pitching and turning, and Sao whips off the bails in a flash. The back foot raised, and the umpire raised that dreaded finger. Umpire Jacqueline Williams, and sends Mullapudi on away for 5.
Little hesitation from the umpire, because you could clearly have seen that the back-footed was off the turf, and she just didn't get it down in time to get back to safety. So that will bring Lisa Ramjet. Lisa Ramjet, who we know does bowl a bit. She hasn't bowled in this tournament at all, but she will come and do battle for the USA here at number 3.
Normally occupies this number 3 spot, Lisa Ramjet. A deep batting lineup the USA team has.
Yeah, started to show her cricketing skills at the Bowie Boys and Girls Club in Maryland, and she caught the eyes of many in a 2019 debut at the age of only 14 against Canada, and she captured the USA's first T20 wicket. So that certainly is a favorite moment for her, Lisa Ramjet.
Yeah, certainly. That's why we can consider a senior player, Lisa Ramjet, on this USA team.
They still continue to encourage each other. Roberts, the latest, put their hands together for her teammates. Right, another good dot ball here. So 15 for 1. So 3 deliveries here from Ramnath, dot balls and the wicket here. So she has kept things tight. Exactly what Trinidad and Tobago wanted after that 10 run over in the second over. Down the leg side, and that's a wide, so they decide not to go for the run. The top 3 batters for the USA, the shortest members of the team, the big hitters are still to come here for the USA.
Yeah, and Ramnath, they're just straying in line.
So it's been a good start after that. There was a couple of boundaries in the last over. Ramnath has kept things tight here again. And perhaps the message that has gone out to TNT, the spinners are the ones who will do the business for Trinidad and Tobago today. Well, that's pulled away straight to Card, who does the fielding.
Yeah, and speaking about the spinners doing the work, we've seen in this tournament the USA batters like space on the ball. It's easy going for them.
3 spinners for TNT in this match. Shalini Samaru, the captain, and Kiara Rubin. Kiara Rubin, the left-arm orthodox bowler. Those are the 3 spinners for TNT. As the third over comes to an end, and that is an over in which Ramnath took the wicket and just 1 run resulting. There is the drummer. It's not Ringo Starr, in case you were wondering and hearing him out there. It's one of the Tassa drummers, many of them around Trinidad and Tobago. That's one of the kettle drums. And it's no longer the goatskin they use, Visham. It's all about that plastic to get that percussive sound.
Yeah, the lone Tassa man here at the ground. He's keeping it lively. The crowd certainly getting into the action now, getting in behind this Trinidad and Tobago team.
Now, this is a bit of a gamble here for Trinidad and Tobago, because Kassar, who had an awful time. That's actually Joseph, who is coming in now. Kassar, I was thinking about, she's also in the lineup to bowl, the right-arm medium pacer with that slingy action. Similar hairstyle to Joseph. And she is has been one of the reliable bowlers for TNT in this tournament. Let's see what she has to offer. Flicked away, and that's going to go close to the boundary here. Don't think they're going to catch this. That's going to go for 4. So another boundary, and one thing that we've seen with this USA team, once it's there to be hit, they put it away quite well.
Yeah, another good start there from Janaba Joseph. That one has played away forcefully on the onside for 4.
Yeah, the nuts doing a brisk trade, as we can see.
Little Mr. Anil Lakhan enjoying himself at the ground.
I wonder if it's salt or fresh nuts he's having. High up into the air, this could be a second wicket. It's dropped. Is it? No, it's taken at the 3rd attempt. Yes, she's taken it. It looked like it was going to drop to the ground. She knocked it up at the 2nd attempt and takes it. That is the end of Prasad. And what a catch that was.
3 bites at the cherry for Katie Jazz Mitchell. In the end, she gobbled it. The Nutsman is happy. Everyone is happy at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. And that's the back of Chetna Prasad. Look at that catch. 1, 2, 3. And yes, good catch in the end there for Katie Jazz Mitchell.
Well, she has 99 on her back. She didn't need 99 touches, just 3. And that was a heart-stopping moment for, I'm sure, her mom, who was sitting up there in the crowd. And she took that well. And it was that second touch as the ball was dropping out of her hands. That's what kept it alive. And that has left the USA at 20 for 2.
Yeah, definitely. So Prasad, who looked good at the start of this innings, she has to depart. Joseph getting her first wicket. Impact made in her first over.
And she has been impressive in this tournament, and she is in now for the USA. 6 women's T20 matches under her belt for the young Californian. TNT have set up their net here, and USA on the back foot now, and that surge of runs late has that tilted the balance of this game. And even under that bucket hat that the Jamaica staff member is wearing, yeah, it's a lot of heat. She's still really enjoying her time here.
She's been in the action regularly in this game.
Should be a wide, and that's going to run away. Good attempt. Well, she's stopped it from going over the line. I think the umpires will want to inquire if she was close enough. Don't think she was that close to the line. So that looks like a legitimate stop. It's going to be, that would be wide,
yeah,
wouldn't it?
Yeah, so 3 runs to the tally of USA.
So it is going to be Joseph to continue here. And it's an event. Got a wide to go after that. Straight to the fielder. And Lafoucard has been very much rock solid throughout this tournament in the field.
Yeah, she has been good, Maria Lafoucard. Yeah, but Janaba Joseph, she's getting that ball to come back in sharply. And the USA batters opening up that offside. Need to be careful.
Oh, that was another great delivery coming in. And that was... She went hunting for that off stump with that delivery, and Ramjit did enough to get the bat down on it.
And definitely so. And Joseph doing well here in this first over already. Already picking up a wicket. 7 runs conceded in the over.
So 99 balls still to go. 70 runs needed. So the USA have enough time to chase this down. Another one that's coming in sharply and well defended by Ramjit.
Yeah, following the batter there, Lisa Ramjit, cramping her for room. Well bowled there by Janaba Joseph, a wicket taking over.
Yes, it was 1 for 7 in that over, 23 for 2 after 4 overs.
Yeah, so Trinidad and Tobago fighting back here now after a good start. At the top from the USA team, and the Nutsman is giving the crowd something to laugh about as well.
Several of these men who sell peanuts in the crowd, they double up as comedians.
Yeah.
And typical Trinidad and Tobago humor. And he's certainly one of those, a favorite character in TNT at all sporting venues. Quite a sports fan himself. 23 for 2. 4 of his gone. Here is Samaru into the attack. And he's getting movement immediately. Both of the off spinners, despite being finger spinners, they've been able to extract a lot of turn from this pitch.
Yes, certainly Samara Ramnath showed that a lot at the top of the innings. Ball gripping on this surface.
A run this time again. She took 4 wickets for no runs scored against the Leeward Islands earlier in the tournament. She also had 3 for 7 against Guyana in that 40-run win after TNT were bowled out for 69. She can turn in a similar performance here. You would think that would confirm her as the player of the tournament, because she's up there in terms, I believe now she would be up there close to with the top run scorers in the competition, and she's also the top wicket taker.
Yes, certainly. I think Chanel Sao has gone on to 122 runs. Trini Samaru, she's gone on to 121, if I don't make a mistake.
They're looking for the run, but now they'll go after it. Oh, that was close. That's safe. Jacqueline Williams says, yes, you're okay. She survives. And the crowd is screaming for everything that's happening here today. Yeah, animated discussion. Yes, it was a run. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, good cricket all around from both teams, Trinidad and Tobago and the USA. Yeah, Shalini Samaru getting up to 116 runs. So Chanel Sao in the lead when it comes to runs.
That's a good start here from Samaru. And as the young ladies ply their trade out there, and you can see from all the shots of the crowd that we've had here today, a lot of women in the crowd. It's dominated by females here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. That one is coming back in sharply. Well played, though. Yeah, it's dominated by ladies out there, and that's good to see. Usually you'll see at this venue more men than women, but with the women's game here, the young ladies getting great support. 24 for 2 after 5.
Yeah, a number of kids as well coming in to support the Trinidad and Tobago team. It's good to see the youngsters out there as well.
Yeah, women's cricket brings out a different demographic. A lot of younger people, a lot of young women here, and of course a lot of Trinidad and Tobago flags. As the red, white and black. The Stars and Stripes is also in evidence here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. And it's down on the USA camp away to our left. Kiara Rubin, the left arm orthodox spinner, is going to start off now. She's over the wicket here. And Kolan, who's facing up, 1 of 4 deliveries. She's going to be careful here. This one's turning away from her. So she's just adjusting her guard to deal with the new threat of Kiara Rubin. Bit too short to start off here from Rubin. So Kassar, we talked about her and her javelin throwing ability. Silver medal at the Carifta Games is nothing to sniff at. It's one of the great nurseries of track and field in the Caribbean. All of the great champions from the Caribbean in the last 30 years have competed there. That's a moon ball, and that has been spanked to the boundary for 4 runs. And Kolan, that was a gift. Pressure mounting on the USA batters, and that was hit away with some relish.
And facing 10 deliveries, not getting off the mark, and she would accept that gleefully. That she did, and forced it away on the onside for 4. Katie Jazz Mitchell had no chance.
Ramjit, it was correction, who hit that away so well. And the Jamaican team members away with the Jamaican official here, and that is Carolyn Brown. Well, oh, that should have been stopped. You have to put in you really got to stop that. You can't escort the ball down the field and allow the single.
You're supposed to get behind that there, the bowler. As much as she would want support from a fielder, she needs to do good work off her own bowling as well. Back up her own bowling.
Another full toss. It's not going to carry to the fielder. They should get 1. They'll go back for the second. Kassar sends in a really powerful return. She's a strong young lady, and that was thrown in very quickly. The USA, certainly after that flurry of wickets early, they have recovered their composure. Nisha Dhingra to the left of your picture, padded up to go in next, I believe. That's a slow delivery that is timed well.
Nisha Dhingra seemed to be asking her teammates whether that was over the waist height or not. Certainly below waist height. No ball signal by the umpire. Not that last delivery.
One before, yeah.
Yeah.
And with this high trajectory used here by Ruben, it's always going to be on the umpire's mind. Another one. Kelvin Williams, the Trinidad and Tobago coach there. And that is his happy face, I'll have to tell you. He always looks like this. He never seems to change his expression. 33 without loss. The power play has ended.
Cool character. So Kelvin Williams, one of the top bowling coaches in Trinidad and Tobago and in the Caribbean.
USA were 20 without TNT were 20 without loss. At this point, the USA significantly ahead, and going to bring in Anil Lakan now to join us, and he's going to be joining Visham Lalman.
Anil has been enjoying his popcorn. Didn't leave any for us, Vidya. But good afternoon, Anil.
Pleasant good afternoon to you, Visham. Pleasant good afternoon to all our listeners and viewers wherever you may be. You're looking at the final round-robin game between Trinidad and Tobago and the US national team. Both teams are equal on points, so everything to play for.
Yeah, and looking to come and stem the flow of runs, look to get some wickets for Trinidad and Tobago. Well, you came in, Katie Jazz Mitchell as well. She's joined the attack. She bowled 1 over already in the innings, conceding 10 runs. Edged and past wicketkeeper Chanel Sao. Samara Ramna there, stopping that one, and they get 1.
Katie Jazz getting some outswing there. Visham touching down on off stump and leaving the right-hander. The right-hander was guilty of driving her away from her body.
Yeah.
It took the outside edge, but excellent stop from the third man fielder.
Yeah, playing loosely outside the off stump.
Ramjet, a very well established batter with the US national team.
Swedish delivery now, just altering that line. Starting on about off stump, Katie Jazz Mitchell. There's the flags of the USA team and Trinidad and Tobago fluttering away in the wind.
So they're all excited, all the patrons who are here today. They're having a whale of a time.
Too straight now from Mitchell. It's running away down the leg side. They'll get 1, looking for 2, but it's not on. So that'll be 2 runs to the total. Wide and a single taken as well.
So poor wicket-keeping from Chanel Sao. You know, she needs to really be tied behind the stumps, because I tell you what, there's not much to defend in terms of a large score, Visham. So every run here is going to be, you know, worth the price of gold where the US outfit is concerned.
Yeah, and putting yourself into that captain's position after this delivery. Good one. On the money. Yeah, putting yourself in the captain's position, Coach Anil Lakan. What would be your thoughts out there? How are you going to approach the rest of this innings as a skipper?
Well, from the looks of things, it's difficult to defend the score. So what I'll be very tempted to do is bring my best bowlers on and try and bowl this USA team out. That's the only way I'm seeing that we're gonna be able to win this game.
Cut away through the gap. That could be 4. Yes, it will. Good looking shot there from Anika Kolan. Takes the score to 44 for 2.
And this is one of the challenges with players of the like of Katie Jazz, Visham. You bowl 2 good deliveries, 3 good deliveries, but she's unable to really stitch, you know, a complete over together. And then you get a boundary delivery, which is well executed through that backward point region by Kolan for 4.
The scorer Dave Prasad punching in the scores very early. 40 for 2. slowing down the pace there, not being able to limit the USA team.
So Katie Charles Mitchell guilty of bowling on both sides of the wicket, Visham. You can't have a predominantly offside field and bowling on leg stump. It's not going to work, and that's the difference. That has been the difference thus far between the bowling effort and the Team USA effort. These patrons here, they're loving every moment of it. They're having a whale of a time. These are the Guyana national women's team. They're taking in the action here as it unfolds.
Wearing pink today, the Guyanese team. Another easy single attained here by USA. They can't afford to give up these easy singles, Trinidad and Tobago. That completes the 7th over. At the end of it, it's 42 for the loss of 2. Ramjet on 6 and Kolan. She's on a run of ball 11.
So Kolan and Ramjet doing it very easily here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Doing a quick assessment is both Ramjet and Kolan. And here we see Coach Shivna and Chandler Paul just forcing a smile. I'm sure there's still a bit of jitters here, having lost 2 of his main batters early in the piece. But he would want both Ramjet and Kolan to stitch a partnership here and really start taking the game from the Sri Lanka big outfit.
Yeah, he would be a happy man, Shivna and Chandler Paul.
So here comes no other than Amelia Khan, the hero of the bowling effort yesterday.
Yeah, certainly the hero at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Hat-trick taker, Amelia Khan. I know you would know a lot about Amelia Khan. She had a field day yesterday here. 4 wickets to her name.
3 overs, 1 maiden, 17 runs, 4 wicket. An impressive bowling display. She starts off really well here.
Excellent delivery to start things off from Khan.
So if she could just manage the hat-trick here today, Trinidad and Tobago would be well placed in this game.
Confidence level will certainly be high. Swing and a miss there from Ramjet. There's some swing on off of Khan as well.
So once she stays behind that wrist, the ball stays behind that wrist, it comes out really nicely in terms of that shape that she touches down an off stump and gets her balls to leave as well. But she would need to be consistent, Visham.
Down the leg side, speaking about consistency, started on the off stump, just outside the off stump in the second delivery, and now down the leg side.
So just falling away a bit, that front leg collapsing in her delivery stride, not helping her to go through the delivery there.
9 extras already in the innings for Trinidad and Tobago. That's not good. Yes, Khan. It's an excellent delivery there. Driven away. Another single here for the USA.
And that's the difference between the both teams.
Yeah.
The Trinidad and Tobago batters were hitting the ball to the US fielders, but they were unable to rotate. But here the US team, they're taking on the fielders here on the edge of the circle here, Visham.
The experience showing from the USA team.
So does it mean to say that these Trinidad and Tobago ladies, they possibly need to come in a bit tighter, Visham? Try and take that single away from them and ask them to go over the top.
Back to Khan and dropped. The left hand was stuck out there by Amelia Khan. It was in and out, but it was a difficult catch there for the youngster. Have a look again. Driven back to her. Too much bottom hand. Into that left hand and out. That could have been a big blow there for the USA. That would have been Khan's first as well. Guided nicely through the gap. Past Lafocard. And Ruben hauling it in. They'll get 2.
So this one was nicely played through that backward point region for 2. So Amelia Khan putting down a vital chance there, Visham. Had she held on to that catch, Nolan would have been on her way. Kolan, my apology. So skipper Shalini Samaru wanting to ring the changes here.
Back down the ground. There is protection. Kassa is at long on. There she is.
And if it's any time that Kassa needs to come on the ball, it's now, Visham. And predicting that Shalini Samaru, the skipper of the Trinidad and Tobago team, needs to have someone who could have an immediate impact going forward in this USA team innings. we need to have someone who can really come and pry out a couple of wickets in quick time to really put pressure on the middle and lower order of this U.S. national team.
I think Shalini Samar is going to come back into the attack herself.
Well, she's doing well in terms of ringing the changes. She's not allowing the U.S. batters to get any kind of momentum against the bowlers, but they need to maintain that discipline in terms of their line and lengths.
And she's going to come from the southern end. Pull away, too short. That's 4.
So short outside the line of the off stump. And this one is carted through that mid-wicket region for a boundary. And these US batters, they pounced on anything that's either short or full, Visham. They take full toll of these bad deliveries.
The 50 comes up as well in the process for the USA team inside 9 overs. 8.1 overs bowled.
So still a long way to go for this USA team. But Trinidad and Tobago, you just add 2 wickets to the score.
And tell you what, the Trinidad and Tobago's 50 came up in the 16th over. Goes to show the difference between both teams. The required run rate, just a meager 3.89 at the moment.
So it's a cakewalk for the US national women's team at this time. There needs to be something dramatic taking place here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, and it's not going to be happening by bowling full tosses to these batters. This one is worked all the way to long off.
USA
Single.
flag fluttering away, and they are certainly fluttering out in the middle, enjoying themselves.
And considering all that has transpired today, the US national team, they are continuing to march on in this game, Visham.
Yeah, and that one driven away finds the fielder there, Ramjet.
But all credit to the Trinidad and Tobago women's team. They have not packed it in as yet. They are still fighting with every step of the way.
You can guarantee a fight from the Trinidad and Tobago team. A good delivery, and that turned back in sharply there. She was playing on the back foot there, Ramjet. She should have been forward.
Well, what Ramjet is trying to do, Visham, she realized that this ball is spinning sharply into her as a right-hander, so she's backing away, trying to assess the offside. This one.
It's a good delivery there, drawing the batter forward. And that's the end of 9. And a good 9 overs thus far for the USA team, 52 for 2. Coach's cap on now, Coach Anil Lakan. What would your mind be telling you at this time? What message would you be sending out there to the skipper of the Trinidad and Tobago team?
With 1 over before the halfway mark, I would definitely bring Casa into the attack. I'll ask her to go hell for leather, meaning that I'm going to give you 1 over before the break. Watch my bowl as quickly as you can. Let's see if we can affect a breakthrough here. And then reset what you're going to do in terms of the second half of the innings. But I think we need to have a boost from Casa at this stage of the innings.
Yeah, Casa not yet introduced. Amelia Khan is back. Swan passing the outside edge.
So Trinidad and Tobago would be looking forward to Amelia Khan to replicate that bowling performance from yesterday's game. She goes past the outside edge of Ramjet's bat.
Driven expertly through the covers. That's running away for 4. It gets there now. Kolan, 23 now to her. And USA, they are running away with this at the moment.
So an exquisite cover drive from Kolan, leaning on that ball, caressing it through that extra cover region, and it raced across this beautiful Brian Lara Cricket Academy outfield for a boundary. So Amelia Khan just guilty of going up a bit too far on off stump, presenting a half volley, and it was dispatched to perfection by Kolan. So lovely crowd on board here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy.
Down the leg side this time, so overcompensating realizing that she pitched up that last delivery that was struck for 4 outside the off stump, looking to straighten the line a bit there, Coach Anil Lakan, and overcompensating, conceding a wide.
And that shows the level of experience, the lack of experience on the part of Amelia Khan. Bowling in a pressure cooker situation here. She needs to hold her composure.
Wide outside the off stump, umpire Jacqueline Williams acknowledges that and gets those arms in action.
So the extras are mounting here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. But the Trinidad and Tobago team, they will need to really assess the situation at the midway stage here. I'm sure Coach Kelvin Williams will have some words of wisdom going out to the middle, as to how they're going to progress during the next stage of this innings. And I tell you, I would bring Kasa back into the attack as well as Samara Ramnath and have a go at them at the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, for the first time we've seen the Trinidad and Tobago team being posed with a challenge here when they are bowling. Better delivery, but again the gap found quite easily and allows them to turn over the strike.
But because of the inconsistency of Amelia Khan, skipper Shalini Samaru, she's pressured into trying to have that in-out feel because she's not bowling the line and lengths that will keep the fielders within the 20-yard circle.
There's protection down at long off. Kira Manpole is down there.
So Kolan moves on to 24. The US team 60 for 2 after 9.4 overs. So something needs to happen here, Visham. Shalini Samaru and the Ting Tang needs to really pull something special out of the hat here.
Another wide here from Amelia Khan. And this partnership running away at the moment. It's on 40.
Well, based on the current run rate, we could be out of here very soon, Visham. This game could be done and dusted within 15 overs here, Visham.
There's the president of the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board, Mr. Azim Bassarat.
The visionary of the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board.
Making his round here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy.
This one is played out to extra cover, out in the boundary.
One more delivery to go until that drinks break. And it's 62 for 2, the US of A. So remember, they are chasing 94 for victory.
And they are doing it pretty easily here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy.
Here's Khan to finish up the 10 overs. Right up there. Not allowing Ramjit to get under it. At the end of 10, it's 62 for 2. The substitute fielders going out there with water. The cart is going out as well with the groundsmen to just, do their work on the pitch. And, well, the umpire is going to have a drink as well. We'll take a short break and be right back. After that, Mr. Vidya Ramphal will be joining you on Ilakan.
Welcome back. USA 62 for 2 at the end of 10. Certainly they are in charge now. Kiara Ruben, slow left arm orthodox. A run to start off here immediately for Kolan. And she has been the difference. Oh, that's going to be an overthrow. It's hit the stumps. And that is exactly not the start that the USA TNT would have wanted.
But excellent feeling from Amelia Khan on that long on boundary, throwing in that powerful throw into the stumps. Unfortunately for her, it cost her team an extra run.
Yeah, that's when you see things like that. If you are superstitious, you can see that the luck is not running. That's running against you at the moment.
But I'm very surprised with you that Kiara has come back. Kiara Ruben has been brought back from the top end.
Yeah, it's Kiara Ruben, who had just the one over for 10 runs earlier. And she is leaking runs here already with those wides. And the extras they've gone up to 13 now. Trinidad and Tobago giving away 13 extras in defending 93. So that's virtually asking the USA to chase down 80.
And what you've done is gifted the US 12 extra balls as well. You know, to get that required score of 94 for victory as well, Vidya.
That's pulled straight to Lafoucault, who does well. She stands her ground, makes a stop with the sun in her eyes.
So
balls here from the skipper.
So very lucky to get away with that delivery is Kiara Ruben, pulling that ball down. But Maria Lafoucault made an excellent stop at that backward square position.
Lot of thinking to do here for Samaru and what she needs to do to change the fortunes of this game. That will be an easy one. And what has been disappointing here for the Trinidad and Tobago captain is several of the options have not worked out. Katie Jazz Mitchell, her 2 overs have gone for close to 20 runs. Ruben has been expensive also. So while if you compare that to the USA where bowlers were pretty tidy, well, that's a legal delivery. Yeah, it hasn't worked out well, and we've seen this throughout the tournament. I don't think TNT have had a game in which all of the bowlers have clicked. Yes, some of the bowlers have been outstanding, but not all of them have contributed as much.
Well, I honestly believe, Vidya, that Trinidad and Tobago have suffered from not really having 5 specialist bowlers. And I think that has really hampered them as a bowling unit. Yeah, you have Kiara Ruben, who is considered a frontline bowler, but she hasn't been producing the goods in terms of either stemming the flow of the runs or picking up wickets at a rapid pace.
Neither happening for Trinidad and Tobago at the moment, and something needs to change in the same way that Janaba Joseph, with that disruptive spirit, came out and changed things by just changing the way her approach to batting. She wasn't content to just stay at the crease and block. She started to use her feet, and that changed things around. Now we see the skipper going back to the spin of Ramnath here. Ramnath's 2 overs have cost only 8 runs, and she has taken 6 runs, and she has taken the wicket.
So skipper Shilini Samaru ringing the changes here now. She's desperate for a wicket.
Ramnath is it's nicely flighted delivery, not as high as the trajectory of deliveries from Ruben. A little bit more loop onto these deliveries from Ramnath.
And what Ramnath normally does is that she gets that ball to bite up the surface, and she's a bit quicker through the air as well, Vidya.
Yes, she is. Almost chopped that onto the stumps. And Sao was after that as if she was on a Sunday stroll at the moment. I caught up with it, hit the stumps though, but the batter's already back in. And just to focus on the batting of the USA, Kolan has been absolutely brilliant. 29 of 27. Ramjit has been more sedate, 8 of 25, but she's looked very solid. And I can't remember these two giving up a significant chance since they've been together.
Well, both Ramjit and Kolan, based on what I've seen, Vidya, they've been very, very compact and organized as well.
There was that drop catch earlier, and it was hit back to Yeah, there was a drop catch earlier for one of these two, but that was the only chance that they've offered up. They've rode their luck well here. And after those 2 wickets, 2 for 2, 20 for 2, when Prasad went, the USA have been very, very solid here.
So both these players, Kolan and Ramjit, has established themselves out in the middle. And a lovely arm ball from Ramnath.
Yeah, she was playing for the turn there. It just flew past the edge. And Ramnath, a really clever bowler. And she's from a cricketing family, the Ramnath family. Straight to the fielder. They get the run. That is exactly what you would not want to see from this Trinidad and Tobago team. Straight to the fielder, and they are still able to run with the ball virtually in her hands.
Well, Ramnath was caught napping. She should have been behind the stumps trying to get that ball to affect the run out. Instead, she was in front of the stump.
They're gone for the run. Lafoucault dives to make the stop, and they get the single anyway. So Ramnath's third over has come to an end. And the figure's looking a little bit more dicey now. 1 for 10 in those 3 overs. The USA 70 for 2. So 8 overs still to go. And at the pace the USA are going at, this game could very well be over within the 15th and 16th overs.
Well, they're well placed. Both Ramjit and Kolan playing very impressively here. Having assessed the conditions here, we see both the Trinidad and Tobago and the USA flag flying high here at the Lara Cricket Academy. And you are looking at the West Indies on the 19 Rising Star Tournament. It's the final game of the tournament here, playing at the Lara Cricket Academy. Both teams having amassed 18 points. All to play for here, Vidya, at the Lara Cricket Academy.
Basically, the winner takes the title. That's how it is. 70 for 2 here, the USA. And once again, Samaru is back on. None for 6. She's been very good again today, but without being able to take a wicket into the gap once again. That's an inviting gap between that cover position and the backward point. So that's always going to be a single there. And Samaru has been the only one who's able to contain the USA batters, but at the other end nobody's been able to take the wickets consistently.
Well, the skipper needs to be a bit more proactive here in our video. She needs to get that sweeper into the circle and stop that single, because if she continues to leak the singles, it's only going to make it a bit easier for the USA batters.
A little bit straighter this time, less width for the batter to work with. Straight back to the bowler. And it hasn't been a great performance from the Trinidad and Tobago bowlers throughout the tournament. Samaru has been the outstanding bowler. Full toss, that's gone through, and that will run away for another boundary here. And Trinidad and Tobago have given up too many of these, and a credit to the USA when the ball, they're batting, they put so much pressure on the field. When there's the full toss, they have been certainly putting them away well.
Well, that's been the difference between the Trinidad and Tobago batters and the USA batters. Because of the experience, the USA batters, they've been able to capitalize on any ball that's either been short or full.
Well, they certainly have been ruthless with the bat in their hands. And now that's pulled away. There's a fielder in the outfield, and they're not, she's just caught up with it. And they get 2 in the meantime. That's a good, powerful throw coming in, but the batters have crossed for 2. 6 runs in the last 2 balls, and that is 77 for 2 now. Kolan up to 36, Ramjit on 11, and that partnership is now worth some 57 runs.
So the USA batters doing it very easily here at the Lara Cricket Academy. Totally in control here, Vidya.
Trinidad and Tobago need a wicket, and they need their 1-5. I'm sure he's very clever. He's come in, he's known that he's met a well-oiled machine, as you mentioned. He hasn't tampered with much, but just the fact that this is one of the legends of West Indies cricket behind the squad. There's Nadine Mamchand, one of the directors of the company we represent, and getting the pictures here out there and the videos. Another single for the USA. It's a death by 1,000 cuts at the moment.
Yeah, I would say 1,001 video.
That's the one that broke the camel's back, really. 81 for 2, 13 overs. But just a larger view on what's happening here. Of course, there's Shivnarayan Chandapal, and yes, he's in his late 40s now. Just a little bit of grey showing up on the chin of Shivnarayan Chandapal. But tell you what, I think he could still go out there and give the youngsters a lesson.
I'm sure he can, because he's still got that appetite to play. And, having the kind of success that he had in his international career, I'm seeing his son now is emulating his dad in terms of the occupation and the mannerism in which he has taken on his regional and international, acquaintance as well.
Well, he's smiling a lot more as the game has gone on, Chandapal. I think he senses he's vastly experienced, of course, and he knows that the line is close for his team here. 81 for 2, 7 overs to go. Full toss, pulled away. There's a fielder out there, just going to be one. And this is the return of Ruben. And she's now bowling her third over. But it's been a lot of the same type of deliveries coming at the batters. And they now have an idea what they can do to deal with it.
Well,
so even though it's on the line, oh, that's another misfield. It's careless. And that's what's been happening. It's looking very ragged for TNT. They look like though the punches have started to take effect now.
Yeah, well, the wheels have definitely started to come off with the Trinidad and Tobago outfit. And I don't want to say that, they've conceded, but the errors, are starting to get in.
And the crowd is looking a lot quieter too. Pulled away, straight to the fielder. Mitchell is out there. Yeah, the wheels have come off here, but it's not down to maybe a dip in the performance by Trinidad and Tobago. That would be cruel and unkind to the United States in how good this team has been throughout this tournament. And a gate to wire for them. This is a victory that's going to resound in USA cricket. Certainly that victory over the Windward Islands was a big plus for them earlier this year, as they get another single. Victory in this regional tournament is going to be massive for USA cricket. This could mean a turning point, a turning of the tide for them in so many ways.
Well, this USA national under 19 team, they've been nothing but short of impressive video. They've tick all the boxes, if you ask me. You look at the mannerism in which they're fielding. Their bowling has been spot on, and their batting really leads their team when it comes to run chasing.
Targets in single figures, and now it's down to 8 right now, and it might be even less. Oh yeah, it's going to be less now. Another ragged bit of fielding there for Trinidad and Tobago, and the TNT team feeling the heat. They've been unbeaten in the tournament, but right now it looks like the team in the red, white and blue might be going on to win this one.
Yeah, the USA team is marching on here to a resounding victory at the Lara Cricket Academy, and you must...
And they know it.
Yeah. And they know it. The writing is on the wall. The spectators disappointed they are. They must come to the realization that this Trinidad and Tobago outfit has been outplayed in all departments.
Oh, it's dropped. Oh, that was straight to the captain, and it went through her hands. And they've gotten 2 in the meantime. And if anything, the TNT team came out very confident. But and after those top couple of wickets fell at 2 for 2 and 20 for 2, they were looking as though they were getting back into the game. But as this partnership has continued to build, I think you now know that they know the writing is on the wall.
Yeah, with Amelia Khan dropping return catch from Kolan video, I thought that was a vital, part of the game.
Turning point in the game.
Turning point in the game. Had she held on, we would have been into the Trinidad and Tobago would have been into the middle and the lower order of this USA team. But congratulations, Well,
it's not congratulations yet. The runs haven't been scored, but it's getting close to that right now. And the USA team, their team, they know they're close to a victory right now. Just 5 runs away with 36 balls still to go. And this will be a special moment for these young ladies. USA women's teams have been dominant in so many sports. Track and field, they've been dominant also in basketball. They've won a consecutive, I think it's 6 gold medals in a row in the Olympics. Straight to the fielder again, And then if you think about football, they are the best team in the world right now in women's football. Why not consider the possibility of a USA team becoming among the top in women's cricket? Certainly is a possibility. And they certainly look like they're going to be the best in this Caribbean tournament here today.
Yes, indeed, Vidya. And you've really got to raise your hand and applaud this U.S. national team. They've been nothing but exemplary in terms of the manner in which they've played their cricket.
5 runs remaining to win here, and that's straight to the fielder, but another misfield, and they get the run all the same. And the pressure on the fielders has been ramped up during this USA innings, and the smiles are looking broader and broader throughout the afternoon.
And I must admit that this tournament has been an excellent advert for cricket, not only in the region, but more so, into the U.S. market as well. This will do a lot of good for the development of the sport in the U.S.
Well, it will be disappointment here for Trinidad and Tobago, not for that man. And he's very popular here in Trinidad and Tobago. Many remember his exploits with Brian Lara. And this one is straight to the fielder. Oh, that could have been a chance at a run out. And one of the great innings for Brian Lara, the 375 that broke the record in 1994. Chandapal was with him there, and out of that time, and of course his many travels to TNT, he's become enormously popular here. Down the leg side, that was the leg break. She does throw it in. There could be a chance at a run out, and Sao has hit the stumps. It's not out, and I don't think Sao was aware that they were attempting the single.
So Chanel Sao was just basically going after the ball with no intensity at all, only at the last moment recognizing that they were trying to steal a signal. But a direct hit from Sao, but the batter was in.
Just 2 runs remaining, and Anil, looks like she might fall short of that 50.
Well, with just about 2 runs to get, one would hope that she would hit a boundary if the opportunity presents itself, Vidya.
Unless Ramjit does it right now. And that will end it. 2 runs to win here for the USA. Ramjit straight to the fielder, and they will stay for the single. And we talked about the victory for the USA. Trinidad and Tobago have been the best team in the English-speaking Caribbean. That's clear. They will finish with just a 1 defeat, but that will be small consolation to them at this point. Oh, that's gone straight through and bowled. And that is the second wicket for Ramnath. She's deserved a wicket here, but the USA have lost their 3rd wicket with just 2 runs remaining.
Well, it's a little too late here for the Trinidad and Tobago outfit, but Samara Ramnath, definitely doing her reputation, good here, Vidya, by establishing herself as one of the top spinners here in Trinidad and Tobago, and possibly may have an opportunity to go to Antigua with that West Indies in that West Indies camp, Vidya.
Yeah, Snigdha Paul will come out. She got a wonderful 82 against the Leeward Islands, and rain came after 15 overs. That robbed her of the chance, really, of getting 100. There hasn't been 100 in the tournament. Her 82 is the top score of the tournament. She gets the honor, perhaps here, of hitting off the winning runs. But Kolan will face up as Trinidad and Tobago will try to get something out of this game. A few consolation strikes in the 16th over, and we did say with the run rate going along at 6 that it might end in the 16th over.
So we're just about in the 16th over. So what a prediction here from the big man, Vidya Ramphal. Calling it right here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. But more important, Kolan, she would want to try and achieve that personal milestone of having scored a half century here in the final game in the round robin here.
Yeah, she's looked very organized, hasn't she, through this tournament. She's batted very well. She's been very sensible in her approach, and she should be rewarded with a half century here. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I think all she wants is to get over the line and celebrate with her teammates at the moment. Samaru to bowl. That's a no ball. That should be, I think. No, not high enough, says the umpires. Maybe just dipping late. That one certainly looked over the waist high.
Very lucky to get away with that no ball, skipper Shalini Samaru.
Looked more like shoulder height to me, but it does happen very quickly out there.
But it has been a absolute masterclass from this United States under 19 unit.
Yeah, they've come in. They were a well-oiled machine coming into this. You could have seen that. And there they are enjoying themselves. They're the moment of victory close by. But then when you think about it, with Chandapol at the helm, chucked away straight to the fielder. Imagine what that means. You're being coached by one of the legends of modern cricket, and he's there telling you that you're doing well. I mean, that means so much to these young cricketers.
But still holding his nerve, until the final moment, Shivana and Chandapol.
It'll be interesting to see his celebration. The bats will have to be changed. And I think the skipper herself has volunteered to take the bats out there at the moment. I don't think she was expecting to bat at all today. And it looks like maybe a chip has come off the bat here. I don't think it'll matter too much which bat you use. Just need to get one out there. I think they've put away all the bats they've expected. That was it. I don't think they quite got the signal because they're running out of water at the moment. Umpire Jacqueline Williams has said, listen, you need to get back out there. And it's not going to matter in the context of it, but it's the principle that umpire Williams is explaining that has to be followed here. Paul is going to run out to collect her bat. Go ahead, Anil.
So umpire Williams ensuring that the protocols are maintained out in the middle. And rightly so, because you don't want players just running out to the middle, for no good reason. Yeah,
the umpires are in charge until they bring in robots to umpire games. Well, then we might see that happening. 92 for 3, 15.3 overs here, and Kolan on 46, 2 runs needed off 27 deliveries. And how Shalini Samaru must be feeling right now, taking a team to what is the deciding game, and just falling short here, Trinidad and Tobago. But it has been a good performance of the home team.
It has been a wonderful performance from the home team, and the Trinidad and Tobago team video would have the consolation knowing that they are the best team in the region when it comes to this under-19 tournament.
But the trophy is not going to stay in the Caribbean. That's going to be the problem here for them. And they would have come into this game very confident that they would have been able to get the win. Of course, the consolation is, I'm sure, that we have seen quite a few of these TNT players make that team to play against this team, the USA in Lauderhill later on this year in August. There's that series coming up. Hit and caught and dropped. Well, that has been symptomatic of how things have gone today for Trinidad and Tobago. And Roberts drops that one. That was an absolute sitter.
An absolute sitter indeed.
Straight in and out.
Ayana Roberts possibly just losing a bit of concentration at the critical moment here. And another one goes a-begging.
Yeah, that, we don't want to belabor the point about the drop catch that Khan had, because it was a very difficult chance. She was still recovering from just stemming the momentum from her delivery stride when the ball came back fiercely. Very difficult chance. But altogether, TNT have not been good enough here in terms of the bowling. The USA have been clinical in their performance. So 92 for 3, 16 overs gone, and here is Ruben to bowl what could be the last over of the game.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Paul. That was down the leg side. Well, the scores are now tied.
And it still confuses me, video. Why at this stage, we still continuing with the likes of Kiara Ruben, where the likes of Janaba Joseph.
And that is struck away for 4 runs. It's going to be 1. It's not going to matter. That is the title for the USA. The USA win it. They have gone gate to wire. 5 wins in a row here for the USA. And they win the CWI Women's Under-19 T20 Championships. Congratulations to Shipton Ryan Chandapol and his team. Commiserations to TNT. They have been unable to get across the line here. But look at what this means to them. First time they're winning a title of this magnitude, the USA Under-19 team.
But take nothing away from the US team. They have been absolute fantastic during the course of this tournament. And what they've been able to do consistently, they've been able to string performances on a continuous basis with their game by game. They've gone from strength to strength during the course of this tournament. And many congratulations to Shivnan Chandapal and his entire think tank, as well as all the players. I'm sure this is going to do a lot of good for the cricket back in the USA. Having been an invitational team to this regional Rising Star tournament and now being victorious, it's a wonderful stage for the US cricket to be at.
And there is the USA flag flying proudly here. That is the manager of the USA team, Johnny Aaron, going out there with the USA flag and greeting his team. First greeting the Trinidad and Tobago team, and now the umpires, Candice Laborde and Jacqueline Williams. And there it is. The flag is now in the hands of the USA captain, Gatika Kodali, and they have their moment here at this famous Brian Lara Cricket Academy. And what a place to win this tournament. Perhaps one of the most famous cricketers from the West Indies, and the USA flag they have flies proudly here in Trinidad.
Well, a momentous occasion for the USA national team here, Vidya, having done all that is required and above, ensuring that this invitation is one that they will savor for a very long time.
Yeah, USA invited to play in the tournament, the 7 team here, and said at the start of this tournament they would spring a few surprises, and they have gone all the way. They've gone gate to wire. They have been the invincibles at this under-19 tournament, and that's how they did it. Kolan 46, Prasad 12, 14 for Ramjit. Her performance in that partnership with Kolan was certainly vital, and they have run away with this, and they have finished it off with 18, let's see, that's 18, 23 balls to spare.
Well,
here's a Trinidad and Tobago team, 2 for 13 for Ramnath, who was again very good today, 1 for 7 for Janaba Joseph. Perhaps we could have seen more from her, but the rest of the bowlers were not able to do the task. Mitchell 19 in her 2 overs. Samara was tidy, none for 17. Kiara Rubin, none for 23. And Amelia Khan, none for 15 in her 2 overs.
Yeah, so what a spectacle it has been here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. It's been a perfect advert for women's cricket in Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension the Caribbean. So one will hope that a lot of good things is going to come out of this tournament, and one needs to take into consideration, Vidya, the impact that this US team has had on this tournament, and maybe, just maybe, the powers that be could possibly inject some more resources so that we could see some more consistent performances from the teams in the region.
Well, the teams in the region will be sitting up and taking notice here, and I think the next time round they will be gunning to make sure the trophy stays here in the Caribbean. Well, the USA have won this match by 7 wickets. The presentation ceremony is coming to you in a couple of minutes. We will be joining the presenters for that downstairs. Stay with us here on the stream, windiescricket.com, as we await the presentation ceremony. Presentation ceremony is coming up at 6:15 p.m. So in just about just under an hour's time that will be happening. So stay tuned for that.